Hello and welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here on the stream. Do I got tons of stuff going on this week? Holy mackerel, is it going to be an epic week or what? Make sure to check out my epic schedule here, everybody. Let me go ahead and bring it up. Boom, I told you I've been working very, very hard. Look at all this awesome stuff I got lined up. We're going to play some Astroneer today. We're going to play something with the brain that just like went out of my head. We're going to play King of Seas. There it is. It popped back in there. We're going to play some King of Seas, which comes out today, by the way. Comes out today. So you're welcome to come hang around. We're going to do that round 1 o'clock as well. And the return of night streams. That's right. The return of my night streams are back for summertime. We're getting close to coming out of the major part of the pandemic as well. So Peep's going to start being able to do stuff again. Yay! So we're going to have some fun. And my kids are out of school for summertime, so that means I can go ahead and return to my night streams. And so we're going to be doing tonight, we're going to be doing some Subnautica Below Zero. Tomorrow, Satisfactory. Then some more Learn to Play sessions here. Of course, Elite Dangerous Odyssey. That's right. I broke out my X52 Pro, my joysticks, and my thruster, and I went in and made sure it still worked, in which it does. And I loaded up Elite Dangerous, and I forgot. I actually really enjoyed that game. Actually, that was a lot of fun way back in the day. I even looked it up, everybody. I looked it up when I used to play that. It was 2014. That's right. That's right. It was 7 years ago was the last time I played that game. So I'm sure there's been a couple updates since then. And we'll take a look at those tomorrow as well. And of course, we're going to do some Valheim. We're going to be working on the 5th boss. We're going to be working on it Wednesday night, Friday, and then of course on Saturday we're going to try to take on that 5th boss. We're going to need everybody. We're going to need to call everybody up and get them in to help out. Now while you're sitting in the chat, everybody, make sure to go in, click at that second link right in there, go over there, hit that retweet button so we get our retweets fired up today. We get 5 retweets. For every 5 retweets, I'm going to give you 1,000 Kids Caps. Those Kids Caps can be used toward my thousands of dollars worth of free giveaways I do here in the stream as well. So we got a lot lined up. And of course, more Below Zero on Thursday. Of course, we're checking out Season 4 of Fallout 76. Of course, Steel Dawn storyline coming up soon as well. The addition of that. One of my favorite storylines in Fallout 76 now is that Steel Dawn. Incredibly awesome. Can't wait till they drop that. And of course, on Friday, prepping for that 5th boss on Saturday. And you might notice I added an extra day right there, Sunday. I'm actually putting it on the calendar because every time I go to do it, there's some IRL stuff that gets in my way. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on the calendar, and that's going to be an offline time for teamwork time. So maybe we'll be in Valheim, maybe it'll be New World in the future, but we'll have an offline time where I won't be streaming. I can just focus on working on things as a team, like collecting resources and stuff like that, where I don't have to micromanage the stream at the same time, because it is quite the task to split your attention doing so many things at the same time. So feel free to come in and join us for all that fun all week long. Again, what great way to support the Kismet Love Train. It's going over to YouTube, hitting that subscribe, going over to Twitter, hitting that follow button. Those really do help a lot. Let's go ahead and throw that in the chat. Just to make it easy, go ahead and click those links. It'll take you right there in the chat. As well as you go ahead and support the stream if you wish on Patreon. And of course, go over to Discord. Show us your awesome mega bills and what you've been up to over there as well. Make sure to read the rules first. Click that green check mark. That'll give you access to the other sections. Allow you to post all your epic stuff over there. All right, so we're going to jump into it. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. I got so much to do today. I say we just dive right in, get some battles going as well. Going to do some Stream Raiders all week long. Get you guys some loot for that as well. So let's dive in. Now, the first thing we should do, of course, is hydrate. Oh, look at all the biddies coming down. First thing we should do is hydrate. Let's get a good swig of water here, everybody. Let's get going. Now, that's some hydration right there. That's some hydration. Okay, well, happen to have another one right here. I like to keep them ready in case I get thirsty. Thirsty. Now, I've been playing a solo play of Astroneer, even though we do have an Astroneer server. I will get back to that eventually, but for right now, we're going to go ahead and play a solo play. We've been doing the questing, which I'm absolutely loving. I think they did a phenomenal job of adding the questing. They added awesome compass, as well as large power, which we've kind of touched on a little bit, but not really gotten into. So we're going to get into that. Believe me, we're going to get into a lot of epic games all week long. So let's get into it. Let's go ahead and click our save game here and tell it to load. And we'll dive in into that. Now, while that's loading, everybody, let's go ahead and start a battle. To battle! All right. Let's do it. All right. Now, where we leave off? We left off right here. We were working on the Orc thing, Orc Andromeda event. Now, this event's going to finish here in 5 hours, 48 minutes, which means that gives us enough time for a good amount of battles. That's like 5, 6 battles we could probably get into. That'd be 10. Actually, it'd be 11 battles. 11 battles we can get into, and that's how long we're going to be going on stream. 11 battles. That's more bonus loot for everybody, right? Let's go. Come on, where are we going? We're going low side or high side? I'm feeling low side. Go right here. Boom, take on the boss. Walk away with some loot. Let's go. Dragon Overlord in the chat. What's up, Dragon Overlord? Always fantastic to see you. Thanks for hanging out. Again, we're going to have some fun today, everybody. We're going to have some fun. Let's see. Where do we want to start here? Looks like left side's going to need some love, though we could probably use some rogues right here. Run up into there. Let's go ahead. Before I put my unit down, you guys can start putting yours down. Let me check my quest. Oh, I did 0 of this. I forgot. I had to do all of those up there. All right, let's go ahead and get that going. Oh, we got to do War Beasts. And we've got to do some support units. I think all that stuff will take care of itself. Yeah, all that stuff up there will take care of itself. We got to do our War Beasts today. We'll work on that. Let's see what we got for scrolls. Warrior. Oh, rogue. Yes, for sure. More rogue. Yes. Oh, 3 rogues. All right. Rather spend the cash on the rogues because my rogue is getting there. It's almost to 29, and then we're going to try to get him to 30. It'd be nice to get that warrior as well. If I remember, we need about 150 gold for that. We can get that going. If we get past another tier, we could definitely get 100 gold just for that alone. We'll come back to that. I don't think I have any upgrades for my armies right now. My armies are getting up there, man. They're all pretty much around 20 or above, except for the new one, which is artillery. We'll come back to that. Oh, here we go. Porce is coming in, showing the epic love, getting on the Kismet love train, getting it started today. Fantastic. 10 months of shenanigans. Thanks for the entertainment. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much for hanging out in the channel, showing so much love. Let's show some love in the chat, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out. All right, I feel like that's pretty good. We'll go with that. You think we had shenanigans in the last 10 months? You wait what's coming up. You should see. I hope you've seen the schedule for this week. It is pretty epic. Hold on, let me get it over here too, so I can show it off over here. Man. There's you got to think that I work probably, I don't know, 100 hours in a week on the stream. My stream is by pure will, everybody. All the things that I get going on behalf of everybody here just to have some fun. Right here, let's go ahead and pull the schedule up and kind of move it off of my face. Right over there. There we go. Look at this epic schedule, everybody. There's a lot of hard work and, of course, a lot of kindness from various studios. Where we go? Oh, I put it in the wrong thing. Oh, man. I put it in the wrong one. Over here. There we go. We'll go back over there. We'll get it here in just a second. No, actually, I put it in the right one, but I got to get over there first. Well, let me put down a unit before I forget. Let's go ahead and start with this orc, with the orc beast, right? I've already forgotten. Look at that. I've already forgotten 10 seconds later. War beast. Yes. Okay. I was right there for once. Back into here. War Beast. All right, Mr. War Beast, get in there and let's get rowdy. There we go. Now, this War Beast take a long time to cool down, so we'll probably get, maybe 2 placements of him in there. But, we're going to try. We're going to try anyway and see what we can do. But, of course, those quests will lead over typically into after the event is over. But, again, we're going to try to get you as much event love as we can. Let's go to it. right. I love that noise, by the way. That's always like an Astroneer noise. And we're ready to go. Look at this mess. Look at this mess in my base right now. But look at this. Bam! Check out this epic schedule, everybody. If you missed it at the top of the stream, Astroneer, King of Seas, Below Zero, Night Streams return. That's right, Satisfactory update number 4. We've got Elite Dangerous Odyssey. We're going to check that out. I've not played the game in about 6 or 7 years. I got my X-52s out. I was testing it yesterday. I flew out of the space station, which is my favorite part of Elite Dangerous, by the way. I flew out manually out of the space station, and my ship about caught fire. So I went and I tried to learn how to fly again, and then I came back and I flew my ship back into the thing, and I landed it. Oh, man, I really enjoyed that game way a long time ago. I wish they hadn't changed all the trading rules and all of that stuff, which ticked off all my members. But we're going to check it out. We're going to see how it's updated over the last 6 years. Apparently, they now have ground-based landing where you can actually land on the planet, run around the planet, do PvP, I guess, if you want to, or shoot stuff. We're going to check that out. Valheim, of course, now added in the night stream, getting prepped for that 5th boss. Below Zero, Fallout 76, more Valheim, 5th boss on Saturday, and of course offline time where won't be streaming. I'll just be hanging out with my team, but I will be recording it on Sunday, and then of course I'll catch you up on what we did on Sunday with a little video that shows you, hey, this is what we did. We collected a bunch of stone. We did this. We did that. That kind of stuff. Now, we're not going to be doing any building during that time. We'll build live on stream, but mostly just collecting resources and things like that, so we can get our stuff going, because that stuff, it takes 6 hours of collecting stone, so we can go and build the epic stuff that we do. All right, now this game, if you have not discovered it, is phenomenal. It is called Astroneer. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I absolutely recommend the game. They've added massive amount of stuff to it since I've been playing it. Oh, my guy's happy. He's ready to dance. He's getting his dance on. And we haven't even touched on the new stuff. We touched on it a little bit, but there's a bunch of new stuff we haven't even got to. So we're going to play this for a while. Then we're going to switch over around 1 o'clock to King of Seas when that's coming out today. So I'll show you guys a sample of that. Maybe it'll be your next favorite game. You never know. Maybe this will be your next favorite game as well. Add it to your favorite games list. Now, I'm making a big old mess over here, everybody. I know some of you are triggered. You're like, Kismet, clean up that loot. I'll do it. I'll get on it. We'll see if we can get it done. Hey, Subi, good to see you in the chat. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you coming in. No worries, Dovi. Thank you so much for backing me up. Appreciate it. My awesome mod Dovi backing me up in the chat. Make sure to show him lots of love. Make sure to make his job super easy. Follow those chat rules, everybody. If you don't know what they are, they're right down below in the panels, including a whole bunch of other epic stuff down below in the panels. Did you know that I added a massive amount of new emotes? Did you know that I updated Tier 2 and Tier 3 subscribers? Did you know that I added new emotes for when you donate bits and stuff? Did you know that I added 8 years of sub badges? Did you know that I added up to 5 million bit badges? If you donate 5 million bits, you'll get a special badge for that. Or if you donate 1 bit, you'll get a special badge for that as well. Been working super hard behind the scenes. More stuff coming. In fact, we're going to have an epic summer, everybody. I got so much stuff lined up, giveaways, and so much. Oh my gosh, so much stuff, which I can't tell you all yet, but we'll get into it. We got a lot to do this week, so we'll come back to all that stuff in the next week. Let's get to it. So what we've been doing, of course, is progressing through the game. Now, instead of progressing how we used to, where we would grab all of the resources, right? We'd go grab all the research, and we would research stuff, and so on. Now, look how much resources. I have 32,000 resource, and I haven't picked up any of them and put them in there manually in a while. And that's because I have them automated. That's right. It's automatically grabbing the resources from right here, this little bush, and it takes that and it automatically feeds it into here using the auto arm. That's right, you can automate a bunch of stuff in this game. Incredibly great automation. And over here, it's doing the same thing. Let's look over here. Now, every time this spawns over here, it's going to grab that item and it's going to feed it down the chain into those various different areas over here. And you can see we've got 2 of them going right now. And that's going to auto-generate all of my research so I can unlock everything in the game. Now, instead of just going out and unlocking everything, or you can see I'm on my medium ship right now. I don't even have my medium vehicle or any of that stuff. I could totally unlock that very easily in the game because I understand the mechanics and I've played it for quite a long time. I can't even remember how many times I've played through now, 20, 30 times. I just use that as a round number because I have sleep apnea, so I have trouble remembering specifics. But we've been in here and we've been checking out the new quest, which I absolutely love. I think it adds an amazing fun to the game. If you have not played in a while, or if you've never played, I suggest to play through the quest. They are very fun. They send you all over the place, and they are incredible addition to the game. Now, the ones we've done is a whole bunch of them down here. Look at this. Woohoo! We've done a lot of stuff. Now, you get all sorts of rewards for this, and they've added new items to the game, including a mini RTG. RTG is basically like a fusion reactor that never runs out of power. So you're not relying on solar or wind. You are constantly having power for your character, right? So if you're shaping and you're doing all of that, we're good to go. Now, one of the ones we're working on right now is unlock 100 schematics. Well, that's not a problem. I can go unlock a whole bunch of them because I got like 30,000 research if I wanted to. But again, we're trying to unlock stuff via the questing as opposed to just running ahead and unlocking everything through research, all right? So that's why you'll see that some of the stuff is not unlocked yet. Now, we got to activate the unidentified satellite. We've got things to remember here. We've got to find the remaining vintage probes. Now, this one's probably the one we could do the most right now, is to activate the unidentified satellite. But we'd have to do a lot of other work as well. We'd have to go in and we'd have to activate the cores of all the 7 planets. We've already got one going, which is very rare. Very rare that I do that this early in the game, but it's part of the quest, so we've been working on it. As well as unlocking schematics, that'll take care of itself. Activating it. And then this one here is finding the vintage probes. And notice it says 1 of 7. That's because there's 1 on every planet. There's 7 planets in the game. And part of the main storyline is powering up the planets and then going from there. And really, I think we're getting to the end of our quests. I'm not sure if there's some more quests that are going to pop up and whatnot. But we also have some other things that we can do. Now, I've been kind of waiting until this point to kind of feel like, okay, I've unlocked most of the quest. I've done playing through via the quest way. And now I'm ready to unlock some things that I typically like to use in my playthroughs. And one of those things is what's called the wide mod. The wide mod down here, you can see it says boost mod there. The wide mod allows your shaping tool to be wider, right? I mean, duh. That's why they call it the wide mod. And of course, it allows you to shape wider, which allows you to collect the materials faster and make wider holes. So when you're making like a tunnel or something like that to drive your vehicle down, you'll have a much wider thing. So I didn't see any quests that would unlock the wide mod along the way. I specifically wasn't unlocking it just so I can see if there was any quest for it. I don't see any quest for it. So we're going to go ahead and manually unlock that. There we go. And of course, it's going to give us toward our schematic unlock. And then we're going to go ahead and try to make one. Now, I've got a bunch of resources just laying around. I know, so messy. So messy. But we'll get into it. We'll get into fixing it up. Now, one of the things that I often need a lot of is, of course, resin. You can see we have also been doing our iron here, and it is stopped over there. Nothing like having too much of any given resource, right? That's a good problem to have. Too much resources. So we're going to try to clean this up a little bit here to get the day started, and I'll show you the way that I typically clean stuff up. And since we have enough resources now, we can go from using our little small, medium storage to our more medium resource canister. Now, these are an awesome addition to the game. They've added these a while ago. They are awesome. So we're going to start working on that. So what do we need to get that going? Well, let's go over here and let's take a look. Now, these are 3D printers, so you actually are printing items as you're playing through the game. I feel like it's an amazingly great mechanic. I absolutely enjoy it. And we need some glass and we need some plastic, all right, to get our resource canisters going. Now, probably your first biggest hurdle in the game, other than learning the base mechanics, is getting to the point where you have your chemistry lab. And before you start your chemistry lab up, typically you have to go to another planet and then come back, right? Sometimes you can actually find the materials you need for this just by wandering around on this planet. I have done that before. But what we need to do is we need to make a bunch of plastic. And to do that, we're going to need a bunch of carbon, and we're going to need a bunch of compound. Right? But we can just go ahead and start with some carbon and compound, kind of manually put it in there for now, just to try to clean this up a little bit. And again, here I go again, making a big old mess right there. There's some compound. And let's look around and see if we have any carbon sitting around here. Now, this stuff's going to allow us to slowly over time get this going. Now, I see something right here that I actually could use, zinc, and put that on my backpack here. You can see I've got those little QT RTGs, which I think is funny because they're called cuties. RTGs, and I've got 3 of them. You can unlock a bunch of those things. They're so incredibly useful, not only for your character keeping his power going, but also your vehicles as well. So very, very cool way of doing that. Now, we got that going. But we're going to need some plastic. So again, we're going to need some carbon. Now, right now, we've got this resource canister. We're going to need to get that out of the way because it's in the way. We're using up all of the space here. Let's get that off of there. Oh boy, here we go. Making more of a mess. Now, you see what I just did right there? I forgot to lock my platform. Happens all the time. You can actually lock and unlock those. Now you can move them while they're connected and they won't disconnect unless you move them far away. So very, very fun. Now, again, if you do have a question or comment for me, my name is Kismet. You can throw my name in the chat, Kismet. You don't even need the @ symbol, as well as you can go ahead and highlight it using your channel points. You can also interact with all of these little guys down here, my stream avatars, which are coming soon. More stuff for stream avatars. Now, of course, if you want to interact with those, let me find them right over here. Bam, there we go. You can interact with them through the channel points. The light purple ones have to do with down there. You can bomb them. You can start battles. You can do all sorts of fun stuff. And you can also, for free, customize your stream avatars right down below in the panels down below. A lot of cool information down below my panels. Now's a good time to scroll down there. Click that little chat option. I hate the fact that it's not doesn't show my panels by default. I really dislike that. But you know, whatever. I don't make the service, everybody. I just use it. Scroll down and check out those panels down there. You'll find tons of awesome info about the stream. Bot of free stuff down there as well. Okay, so we got that fired up a little bit. Now we've got our iron done that was on there. And again, I'm just going to be making a big mess. But the nice thing is, you guys are going to feel real good after today because we're going to really work on our organization here. As well as I'm going to be eventually moving my base to our kind of mega base spot, which we'll get going in a bit as well. But first, we need to take a look at what's happening here. I can see what's happening. Look at this. See what's going on there? That's the batteries running down. The reason why they're running down is because I'm not producing enough power at nighttime to keep them going. Not good, not good. Now, I could have sworn I did an RTG. Oh, yeah, right here. Here we go. There's our RTG. Let's grab our RTG and put it over here in a much better spot. Right here next to our research. So we know our research always going to have some power. And then also, now that we have our wind running, we can see our wind running there, wind running there. We can see our power is now starting to go back up again. You got to always finding a balance between your power the whole time while you're working. Now, what we need to make some carbon is we're going to need some grass-like material. So we already kind of took a lot of it out over here, so we don't have any close by, but we can go ahead, let's say, run this way. You can run in really any direction in this particular planet and eventually run into some. And so we're going to get out our shaper here, and we're going to go ahead and shape it out with the standard size shaper, like this. Now, because I grabbed some zinc here, like this, because I grabbed some zinc, I believe I can make the wide mod with the zinc, unless they changed it. Let's go see. They did change some items in the game. I feel like they actually made it a little bit easier yeah, it still uses zinc. Awesome. They actually made it easier. It was much harder before. You had to go track down some lithium, but now you don't have to. You can actually make batteries right pretty close to the beginning of the game. There's the wide mod. And now with the wide mod, you can see that my little circle there is much wider. and we're able to just sweep across there much quicker and get a lot of this organic. Organic is one of your base materials. Oh, there. Oh, now I'm dropping stuff on the ground. As happens in this game. Making more of a mess. But don't worry, we'll get into it. We'll get into it big time. All right. And because you guys are here at the top of the stream, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you guys some love for being here right at the very top. Appreciate you all coming in and hanging out. Again, gonna be epic day today. Settle in, everybody. Oh, so much hard work goes into this stream, I tell you. To make all this stuff happen. Thank you to all my sponsors and all of you guys who hang out, whether you're a subscriber or not, you just lurk in my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you hanging out. Even if you don't like the game that I'm playing, there's a lot of people who do hang out in my streams at Kismet. I'm not really into this game, but I love hanging out with you, and I love hanging out with the awesome community here in the stream, and I appreciate that. Appreciate that big time. That's what I'm all about, bringing the love every single time. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put some organic in there. Now, this is a furnace here, a.k.a. A smelting furnace. I call it the forge from time to time because, you know, I play other games and they call these typically forges. But it's going to convert that basic material, that organic, into carbon, right? So basically it's just burning it up, just like you would create coal in Valheim, right? Where you put the wood in the kiln and then it converts it into coal. That's basically what it's doing right here. It's just burning that material up, creating a material that we can use over here. And then we take those two materials, our carbon and our compound, and we make some plastic. Now, obviously, we don't want to sit here and do this onesie-twosies for endless hours, right? We want this to really get fired up. So we're also going to move to the next stage of the game, because we've already done the small building, right? All the small level building. And now we want to move up to the medium level building. So I'm going to assume there's going to be no more quests for vehicles because it seems like we're in our in-level quest there where we're powering our planets and all of that. So I'm going to assume there's going to be no more for that. Don't tell me if there is. And I'm going to start working on my medium rover. Now, I could, in theory, just jump to the large stuff. I could absolutely do it with 32,000. But I'm going to try to do it in proper progression, all right? So we're going to start with our medium rover. Now, our medium rover is really going to help us a lot. Because it's going to allow us to bring more materials from here to there. But we're going to need plastic and rubber for that. So we really need to focus on our chemistry labs. Our chemistry labs allow us to do that. And to do that, we're going to need to make more items which can hold lots more resources, right? So those items that I prefer here is your medium resource canister. So as you can see, I've got a whole stack of glass right here that I can go ahead and say, you know what, let's just pull this out of here. Put that up there and watch as it automatically grabs it. Isn't that cool? I think that's one of my favorite features of the game. I think this would not only be fun in a digital game, but also I feel like all of this would make an awesome play set, right? If you have a real life play set where you can put little resources on the back of your Astroneer and you could run them around. If I had this as a kid in real life, like Legos, right? Where you could just take and put your different stuff on there and pretend that you were making materials and then you put it on his backpack and then all of a sudden now he's got a jetpack and you fly him around and what I think it'd be a great just a regular play set would be awesome, not only in game but actually a real life play set I think would be amazing. What do you guys think in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat if you think so as well. I really think so. I think it'd be awesome. Oh, the mighty River Dog, another one of my awesome mods backing me up today. Now remember, I'm going to be streaming a whole lot more this week, so let's settle in, everybody. We're going to have lots of fun. Make sure to show lots of love to my mods in there as well. They work very hard behind the scenes. I appreciate them keeping my chat awesome for you guys. Now, I've got my medium resource canister, right? So now let's use this resource canister as a way of automating making tons of plastic. How can we do that? Well, we're going to put that in there and watch as it grabs it and it puts it into the canister, right? So that finished material. Now, we've only got 2 of them, so probably that's not our best idea, right? We probably don't want to put 2 of those in there. What we want to do is go get a ton of organic and convert that organic into carbon so we can use it with our plastic and automate that a bit. But to do that, speaking of automating it, we want to go ahead and make our vehicle to go along with it, right? So let's go ahead and move our items over here. And let's actually utilize some of these. They're just sitting around doing a whole lot of nothing right now. Let's connect those into the system. I saw we had some batteries laying around somewhere. Where were those? Right here. More batteries over here. And again, let's go ahead and utilize our battery system during the day because we got solar power going right now. We have a giant solar power way out over there that we're going to tap into, or we already are tapped into that's using it. We've got some big wind. That's called a vertical wind area there, vertical wind turbine. Because they also, they have big fan blades, but they also have verticals like this. By the way, they're making a bunch of breakthroughs in vertical wind power that eventually you'll be able to use at your home, which would be awesome for free wind power. If you're especially in a windy area like me, you put a bunch of those in your backyard, and guess what? You get some free power, baby! That's what I'd like to see. I like free power. I like power by the power of nature. That would be awesome. Awesome. If nothing else, just to reduce the potential of a bad future for my children because of all the pollution that we've been doing to our one planet that we got. We only got the one. We don't have a backup plan. We can't just off the planet, if the planet goes bad. Probably not the best idea to try to, mess that up, right? If you only got the one. If you got a backup, I mean, still a dumb idea, but still, probably not your best idea, right? Probably not your best idea to mess up the planet, the only one we got. All right, we got to see some more batteries in here. Now, they added the ability, by the way, see this? How you can put the batteries on a stand, which is really great. I don't remember when they added that because I don't think I've ever done that. It might be in this latest update, or it might have been 50 updates ago. I don't know. But I love to get batteries early game, and now you can just start crafting them even before you get off the first planet. I actually preferred it the other way. I feel like the batteries were a great achievement that you would get to in the game. I preferred it to be a little bit harder, but it might be too hard for new players. I don't know. I don't make the games. I play the games. But for me, I preferred it where you had to go track down the lithium before you got any batteries. Now, these right here, again, are QRTGs. Little mini RTGs. You can see now I actually have 5 of them going. You can see I can tap those into the system here, keep those batteries nice and full, keep all my stuff running, because we're about to make a bunch of stuff run big time right here. So we got that going. Now again, we need to get our ship going. Our vehicle we just unlocked. We unlocked the medium vehicle. I wonder if it's in the large one. I think it's probably in the medium one. I don't think I've done the medium vehicle in forever. Normally I just jump right to the large one. But again, we're going to play through as intended in this playthrough. There it is. Okay, so we need some rubber and we need some plastic. So we've got a bit more of this carbon here. There we go. And we've got plenty of this. We can throw that over there again. We're going to try to use up all these resources and go get a bunch more today. Now, I can actually just have it grab it out of my backpack like that. So that it'll automatically, just if you actually have the resource on you, it'll grab it off your backpack. Or a smarter idea, just throw it right here. And when that one's done, it'll automatically take it and feed it up in there for the next one, right? And then we grab that plastic, put it on to us, and off we go. All right, so while that's firing up, let's go look over here. Oh, not there. Medium car over here. How many do we need? We need 2 plastic and we need 1 rubber. All right. So after we got this one done, there we go. We then go into the same chemistry lab and we look at rubber. Now, rubber is organic and resin. So that's that base material before we convert it, right? Now, you saw me leave because I'm messy. You saw me leave some of this just laying around out here, which we can just run back over and grab because it'll stay here. It'll stay here forever. Until you come back and clean it up, or until you dig a hole and drop it in there and pretend like it never existed. whichever you want to do in there. Now, what we're going to do in this stage, because we did the beginning stage. Oh, thank you for the follow, Rock. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming, the latest Teamwork Tycoon here in the Kismet channel. Welcome, welcome. Show them some love in the chat, everybody. And you're going to see me progress as intended. Now, of course, once you learn the game mechanics, you can skip all the basic stuff. You don't have to do the quests if you don't want to. I highly suggest it, though. Very fun, and so on. So now we need some raw materials, right? The actual organic itself. We're going to put that in there. You can see we've already got some resin sitting over there, so it automatically moved it up. And now we're going to get that going. Now, while that's doing its thing, I'm actually going to run out here, show you a little bit of what we've got. Now, some of the stuff we unlocked via quests, including this awesome solar thing that they've added. I really like it. Really, really cool. Look at that. Neato. That's going to open up when the sun comes up. And, of course, be supplying us some solar power. Now, also what I've been doing out here, as you can see, I've got one of these large resource canisters. That's right there, massive. It has 400 potential resources can be in there, including this stuff right here called resin, which we need, right? So let's go ahead and just give our extractor a little bit of a bump here, and that's going to keep extracting it and keep feeding it into a canister. Now, I'm going to steal away this canister right now and take all of this resin and run it over here, and I'll come back and put another canister there in a bit. But let's go ahead and steal this away over here. There we go. That is one ginormous canister. All right, there we go. Very nice. Now, we got that going, and we should come over here, and now we've got a bit of rubber, but my backpack is full. What am I going to do? Well, let's take that off of there, grab this, and now I've got the items in my backpack, right? And again, like I was saying earlier, it'll just automatically grab it out of my backpack, and we're going to make our first medium rover in this playthrough. Now, remember, I've played through 20, 30 times. I've played through the entire game. I've been playing it since its release. I actually wish-listed it before it released. When it was in early access, I knew this was my type of game, man. This is my jam right here. I love this game. And some people say Kismet is like Roblox, Kismet is like Legos, it's like No Man's Skies, whatever. Actually, it's very uniquely itself. It's very uniquely, it has elements of those things, but it doesn't have space battle, and it doesn't have laser guns and all of that stuff. It's for people who love to build, who love to research and unlock patterns. You go grab raw materials and you turn them into things that actually help you, like vehicles here that we're converting into. There's all sorts of main storyline that you follow along. There's now quests. There's also this amazing compass that they added, which will tell you the direction of where your stuff is, because sometimes it's very easy to get lost, like where's your base and where's your vehicle. Over here, this is my main base here. There's a monolith in that direction, and we already went to this monolith because you can see it's unlocked, right? You can see this one looks differently than this one over here. So it's helping you find those monoliths now. And if you get stuck somewhere, it'll help you find your way back to your base. Though I do love still getting lost in the game. I like to wayfind. That's my jam. Now there we go. So we've got our vehicle. Let's go ahead and unlock it by holding down F. It's going to unpackage it. It has a really great mechanic in this game called packaging. Very unique to this game too. Very cool. Where you can package items up to make them smaller so you can transport them maybe in your rockets. Right? You can put them up in your rockets. You can take them to other planets and use them there as well. So there we go, our first medium rover. Now we're going to need we're going to need a seat. We're going to need a drill bit. We're going to need all sorts of stuff for our vehicle so we can collect tons of materials. And you're going to see me start to ramp up massively. I'm going to show you my best tips and techniques on ramping up and going kind of to the mid-level of the game in just a second after this battle. To battle! All right, now this is a little side game we play because we do call this the Mega Stream for a reason. We have a lot of stuff going at the same time. Now, while we were playing Astroneer, guess what? Look at all those epic people on the side there. We are working on an event right now. I want to get you guys as much loot as we possibly can today. So I'm going to go ahead and throw down a little haste spell, which is going to get you just that much faster over there. And then we're going to start that battle. Now, again, we're going to do battles all day long. We got about 6 hours left or about 5 hours left of this event. I'm going to try to get you guys much loot. We're going to try to start it right on time every single time as best we can. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we got a super loot, and here comes the bombs blasting these stream avatars at the bottom. By the way, stream avatars and stream raiders are two different things. It takes a lot to set all this stuff up. Woo, people flying all over the place. Look at you guys winning all sorts of loot and winning loot in there as well. Good job working together. Now, let's take a look and see what sweet loot's going out to who. Let's see. Fireball Annie getting some love. Congrats, Annie. Rotisserie G getting some love. TKS coming in. Get some healer scrolls. And, of course, LOC says, let me just start off like a boss today. MVP of that round. Nice job. Let's get back to the map. Let's get some more battles going. Again, we're going to try to keep them going as fast as possible because we are running out of time on this event. Now, I used my, my guy there. This is a 4 skull, meaning that's its toughness level, right? So you see 4 skulls up there at the top. So whenever it's like a tough one, I will go ahead and put down one of my high-level characters, my max-level characters. In this case, I'm going to put down my tank. Now, whenever I put my tank down, then I'm going to need someone to do some heals, right? So throw a healer right next to me so I can go ahead and tank all these baddies while you guys go grab all the loot. And then we'll bring in the win, and then everybody wins. Everybody gets some loot from that as well. Now, whenever you see me put my healer down, then you want to put some tanks down and some protectors of my healer as I go in, because I only can put down one unit, but my unit is always an epic unit, right? So it's going to give us that big chance of winning the sweet loot, right? And the more loot you get, the more assists and kills and all of that, the more units you put down, the more loot you're going to get in the long run, right? And the more loot I can give out to you guys based on how many units you put down. Now, that time, we put down 64 units, so we're off to an awesome start. But if we get to 100 units, I'm going to give you 1,000 Kiscats, which you use for my giveaways here in the stream. If we get to 200 units, I'm going to give you 2,000 every single time we hit that number, all right? So you guys go to it, put down as many as you can, put down one every 5 minutes. It is free to play on both mobile and on desktop. Find me, Kismet, your captain, and let's go to it. All right, now, this is going to be a good day. Can you feel it, everybody? Can you feel it? Oh, man, I can feel it's going to be a good day. It's going to be an epic week this week. Oh, back to some serious streaming. Man, I can feel it getting fired up. I better save my voice, too, because I feel like we're going to really get into it. Okay, let's get into making the next thing we need. Now, this particular vehicle is different than the trailer. The trailer is probably my favorite vehicle in the game, even though it's real small. And the reason why is it already has a seat built in, and you can use it right away. It acts as an auctionator, and it doesn't take that much power, and you can navigate all over any planet, even the hardest planet in the game, with that little trailer, right? A great way to start the game, great way to start your first planets. But eventually, you do want to start getting into the larger vehicles, because it's going to help you collect more faster, right? So that's what we're going to work on. Now, what we need here is we need to use the small one here, and we need to make ourselves a seat. Now, notice how if you park it nearby, one of my interesting things that I love in this game is it figures it out. It knows that there's a car there, and it's trying to build it onto the car directly, which is pretty cool, I think. So there we go. So we can go ahead and make a rover seat. We need 2 compound. Now, compound is one of the basic materials in the game, so all we got to do is just take it, put it right there. Or what we can do, and let's see if we've got any more laying around. Now, I always find, you're always looking for something. There's always some resource. Now, you can shift-click right there to put it there, but it's really not necessary. You could just tell it to start, and it'll pull it out of your backpack. Way easier way of doing it. But there is a trick with that, with your canisters. I'm going to show you an awesome Kismet tip. Which is going to save you a lot of time, believe me, using the canisters and shift-clicking the top of the canister, and it will automatically put all the resources from your backpack into those canisters. Really helpful. All right, so there we go. And the second we get that in there, we can just go whoop. Now, remember, we have new stuff in the game, and they're called QRTGs. Those are constant power, so we go ahead and pipe that right in there, and guess what? Look at it doing, this thing. Yeah, it's charging up our vehicle there. Love that. Now, one of the things that I typically start with when I'm trying to make a bulk amount of materials is I'm going to need the ability to gather a lot of dirt and put it in my centrifuge. My centrifuge will extract the resources from the dirt and generate massive tons of resources. Probably the most of my resources is actually not from mining, not even from the big miners, which you see way in the background there. Most of my resources come from me running it in the centrifuge. And you'll see, look at this, I've already half taken out part of this mountain up here, but we will probably eventually take a good chunk of this mountain out, just gathering dirt that we can fit into our centrifuge. Now, one of the things that we're going to need to do that is going to be a canister. Now, I don't remember if I've unlocked it yet because I was trying to do it via the quest. But let's go ahead and see. What do we got here? Medium fluid and soil canister. We haven't unlocked it yet. I'm going to assume at this point that I'm doing a lot of the in-level quests. I'm going to assume that there's going to be no quests that are going to give me a soil canister. So I'm going to go ahead and just unlock it. That's going to go ahead and help me with my schematics. And we're going to unlock that, and we're going to start working on those. Because I feel like those are very vital. And how convenient it's going to put it right on the back of my ship here. Let's see if we can find it in here. There it is. All right. Medium resource. Nope, that's not it. Medium fluid and soil canister. That's it right there. So again, glass and more plastic, everybody. Do you see how all this stuff interconnects? I need to get the dirt so I can get the resources so I can make the glass and I can make the plastic, but I need the dirt to make the thing to do the thing, right? So I love that part of the game is the fact that you need the stuff you need to do the thing that you need the stuff that you're trying to make, right? And you can see I've got a little bit of plastic down here as well that I was making from before, so I can go ahead and just use that and then make ourselves a soil. Oh, this is when it gets going on, everybody. This is when it gets going on right here. We're going to go ahead and just put that soil canister right onto the vehicle. Now, your vehicles can have additional trailers as well, so I could add another one and another one and another one behind it, but we're just going to start with the one just to get started today. And there we go, soil canister. So it was packaged when we first made it, we expanded it, and now it's unpackaged. We could repackage it down if we want to, but we're going to leave it like that for now. Now, the next thing we're going to need is we're going to need the ability to extract the ore. Now, I have a shaper. Your shaper is used for extracting resources, and including dirt, which you can extract and put in your soil canister here. Now, actually, let's go empty out my soil canister real quick here by simply taking it and putting it right up there. It'll go ahead and take the resources out. You saw it just fill up the front of that right there. And then, of course, I always want to have a canister on me at any given time because that allows you to shape the ground. Now, if you haven't seen this yet, you're in for a treat because this is really one of the best mechanics in the game. It is called voxel shaping. Now, because I have the wide mod, I'm going to be extracting it way faster than I was before. Let's go, baby! And that was it. That's why I love the wide mod. I also happen to have, if you're a guy, what mods are you talking about? You're talking about third-party mods? No, they're actually mods for your shaper. So you can see them right here. You can see that I have a drill mod, I have the boost mod, and I have the wide mod. And so these are things that are built into the game. They're part of the normal progression of the game. Now, the drill mod and the boost mod we did as part of the questing. Which is pretty cool. Part of the new questing they've added, as well as the wide mod we just added. I was trying to see if there was any quest for it. I didn't see any quest for it along the way. There'll probably be one in the future after I unlock this other stuff. I don't know. But I'm just going to assume that there's no more quests for that. So then I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. That wide mod does make it way easier to collect dirt. Now, I could manually go in, make more canisters, collect a ton of dirt, and then take it and make stuff over here in our centrifuge. And I'm going to show you the difference between me manually collecting it and then us automating it a bit, right? We're going to automate it by using our vehicle. There we go. We'll go in there. We got that going. Now, I happen to have some more of these laying around somewhere, wherever I threw them over here. There we go. I'm going to grab an extra one from over there. And now this is full. So this is full, and this is ready to make us some resources. Now, earlier we went and we got some organic, right? But we don't have to collect organic at all once we get to a certain point. So we could use this one here. We want it to say enable output, which means that it's actually inputting. I wish they would change the name of that to inputting and outputting, and then also a neutral state. I would love a neutral state because there's sometimes you don't want it to output or input. You want it to just be off. There's no off button on these canisters, and it can be a little frustrating when you are trying to automate stuff and do stuff. It would be great if it had a neutral mode. Outputting, inputting, neutral, right? I feel like that would be a much better way of doing that, but that's just my suggestions. I'd like to put them out there. Be respectful with your suggestions, everybody. I love these guys over here. They are awesome. All right, so we want to go ahead and tell it, hey, make some organic, and take that dirt I just gave you, extract the organic from there, and then take it and put it in that canister. And so, there it goes. It's going to go do it right now. And while that's doing that, let's go ahead and see what else we need over here. We're going to need ourselves... Oh, let's go look in our backpack first, or in our research first. We're going to need a drill bit, right? And I can't remember if I've unlocked it yet. I have not. I have not unlocked it. There it is. I need some tungsten carbonide and some ceramic, right? So let's go ahead and unlock that as well. Drill strength number 1. Get that going. Now, tungsten carbonide is fairly easy. I saw a bunch of tungsten laying around. Over here we got copper. There's some tungsten right there. All right, so let's go ahead. Now, you're like, Kismet, how'd you get all these resources? Well, from various places, different planets. I've been running around collecting all sorts of resources, obviously. We're going to go ahead and put that tungsten in here, and then, again, we're going to use this chemistry station. We're going to make a bunch of these chemistry stations eventually, and they will just be on that particular resource. So I can come over and say, oh, I need some plastic, I need some tungsten carbonate, I need whatever I need, and they'll all be built out. for that. So we need some carbon over here. Well, guess what? We're just making a bunch of this over here. Oh, look at this. This actually has some glass in it. We're going to tell it to output that glass. We're going to grab the glass out of there. We're going to say, nope, we want you to go ahead and put the organic in there. Now I'm going to try to sneaky grab one and put it over there for right now. All right, so see as it did the resources for me, right? So it extracted from the soil, made organic, and now I have a good amount of organic. I had 8 total. I put 1 over there, and 7 is in this canister. So you can get the idea of how easy this would be if you had lots of dirt and you were running your canisters back and forth and so on, and it was collecting it and running it. And so that's our goal today, is to try to get that automation going on. Let's go ahead and put this over here, and let's go ahead and make our tons of carbonide. Now, what else do we need to do our drill? Well, we also need some ceramic. Now, ceramic is done from clay. Now, I can see some sitting right here. And all the different items have unique looks to them, so you can just scan and say, okay, there's some of that, there's some of this, there's some of that. They also have different symbols, as well as you can just roll over them, and it will tell you. It's refined clay, right? If you find a particular resource, you just roll over it, give it a few seconds, your little tooltip will pop up and tell you what that resource can become. So let's go ahead and grab this along with this, and let's just put this in our backpack. There we go. And we'll grab this and put it in our backpack, and that, just that easy, we are ready to make our drill strength number 1. Let's go. Now, there's 2 different types of drills. There's the drill that goes on your shaper, and then there's the drill that goes on your vehicles. Now, you can use the tractor, by the way. You can use the tractor with this drill bit, which is really funny because this big, giant drill bit on this little tiny car. But we're going to go ahead and use the medium vehicle here. And as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Now, we're going to have a bit of a problem on this particular vehicle where this cannot fit on there. I can put it on the back, and I can actually turn it around. There is no front to this vehicle. You can turn it around and run it the other way if you want. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to assume that this is the front, and we're going to put that right there. Now, that's it. We're ready to go. Because we have these new QRTGs, we can go ahead and utilize those for power. And I actually have 5 of them now because I did all the quests that have to do them. Actually, I think there's some more in there that we can get more of them up. But now we got a vehicle, and I feel like the vehicles are one of my favorite things in the game. Now, we got a bit of a problem, right? Our vehicle's kind of stuck in here. How do we get out of here? Well, sometimes you're just like, out of the way, Kismet coming through. Get this stuff out of my way. Oh, God, who let Kismet drive? Oh, God, okay, there we go. All right, we made it out of there. Sometimes you just ram your way out of there, and you're good to go. Now, we're going to go ahead and go off over here around the corner. And we're going to go ahead and collect some dirt. Now, we're going to do it the easy way. Now, remember, you saw how I did it earlier. I shaped it manually, which is really fun. But you can also hit V like Victor. And now we're going to start to extract it using the vehicle. Isn't that cool? I love this mechanic of the game. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and swipe there. Whoop, watch out for holes. You can hit V to turn it off again. And we can go ahead and just hit V, and we're just going to dig right into the side of the mountain. Now, this is a little awkward at first when you're first trying to learn how to do this. It's really about the angle at which you have your vehicle, right, of your camera of your vehicle to try to control it. And you can see I can make it go up or down based on holding down the right mouse button and drilling forward. Look, there's a little cavern in there. There's a little cavern in there. And so we're just going to go ahead and keep drilling. Now, I'm trying to drill straight, but again, because of the awkwardness of the angle, this is really one of the biggest things I feel like they need to work on, other than foundations in this game, is the drilling from first person. Like, you could be able to put a camera in there where you can see a first-person view of yourself drilling with this UI. But after a while, you get it down. It's not that big of a deal. And you can see that I just literally drilled right through the entire mountain. Oh my gosh, look at all these look at all this resin over here. Now, this is what I'll do, everybody, is I'll just go back and forth and just shape out this mountain and grab the resources as I go. Now, you see that little blue circle? When that blue circle touches, boom, that was it. Canister full. There's no reason for me to keep on digging unless I want to make a big hole in there. For no reason, because I'm not going to get any more of that dirt in my canister because it is now full. We just go ahead and drive our way back now. We can bring up our radar if we want, or our compass. It does help us a lot. It was like, okay, our base is this way. You do get lost. I love the fact that it works while you're on the vehicles. Incredibly awesome. We'll come back here and we'll ram into some more stuff. Look out, Kismet coming through. There's that tractor I was talking about right there. Oh, I got stuck on my tractor. Look out. Out the way, resources. Kismet coming through. We'll clean all that up later. And of course, now what we need is we need a thoroughfare for our vehicles, right? So our vehicles can drive through without ramming into stuff all the time. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our canister here. And we're going to run it over here to our centrifuge. And we're going to take our small printer off of here. We've got ourselves a canister. We've got the canister we can use here in just a second. And we're going to put this right here. Now what it's going to do is it's going to automatically, when I put this in here, it's going to fill that up, put it up there, put it back down there, put it back up there again, and continue that cycle automatically. So in theory, if we need a ton of organic, we could go in here and tell it to loop, right? That's what that button does, and it's on all of the stuff now. You can tell all the stuff to loop, which is awesome. And then say, make organic, go for it. Now it's just going to keep doing that until I tell it to stop or it runs out of resources. And it's just going to keep filling this up and filling it up and filling it up, which I absolutely love. Now, while that's working, let's go ahead and think, oh, well, hey, why don't we make another canister? We could be collecting more dirt while it's using that dirt up, right? So let's go ahead and go back to another one of our items here. Now, this is all in an effort of cleaning up our base and going to the whole next level here. So we need more glass and more plastic. Well, there's some glass right there, and we saw we had an extra thing of plastic here. All right, looking good. So let's go ahead and make ourselves another soil canister. Now the QRTGs make this a lot easier because I do have an infinite power. I'm not relying on wind or solar. It does make this really go nicely if you are, if you do enjoy an endless power, which I do. So very cool to do the quest first, and these quests are really going to help you. All right, there we go. And again, so while that's working, let's go get another canister full. Let's go. Right here. Boom. Hit the V key. Away we go. And the goal is to get that little blue line filled in. That's how full your canister is. Filled in. Now you'll see me just shape out entire mountains full of dirt so I can make resources. I feel like this is the fastest way to get a great amount of resources. Watch out you don't go up too high. Oh, there we go. Look out. Bunch of resources. Now be careful there's not a sudden drop off, because if there is, down into the planet you go. You can actually dig to the core of the planets. You have 7 of them that you can dig out. Now if you really wanted to, in theory, you could shape out the entire planet. That's right, the whole thing. Because it's your game, you do whatever you want. You can shape the whole thing out. Let's go like this. Let's just start way down here. Now, also, you can see I was collecting some resources there. I can get other resources. Right now, I just want dirt. So we're just going to collect as much dirt as we need. And then we're going to shape our way up out of here. Oh, here we go. We actually found another cross tunnel that we just made. So we got to find our way back out the cross tunnel. There we go. Find our way out, because there's no reason for us to shape. Whoa, look out. Oh my goodness, that was so close. So close. All right, how do we get out of here? Where's our base? Oh, our base is actually behind us. Right, it's actually in the other way. I'm looking at the radar saying my base is off that way, so let's hang a left. Climb our way up. Now, the higher, the better your vehicle, the easier it is for you to climb over the top of stuff like this. Oh, look at that free loot just sitting right there. I love free loot, everybody. I'm a big fan of free stuff. And we're going to go ahead and keep going across here. try to navigate our way over these kind of hills here. And sometimes you're going to flip over and be just professional car flipper like me. But the cool thing is like Grand Theft Auto. You hit F, you're back up, you're ready to rock, right? You're good to go. Woohoo! And I feel like the vehicles are among my favorite thing in the game. Even though I'm not great at driving them. There we go. All right, here we go. Keep on going. Now, of course, if you do have a trailer, it keeps you from flipping over as much. But I usually don't use the trailers now. I did a lot in the very beginning of the game. But I don't use the trailers as much. And the reason why is it's just easier to navigate with just a single vehicle than it is with ones with trailers. So the trailers sometimes get caught a lot as you go along. But they are super useful when you're collecting resources. Now let's go ahead and roll right up here again. You can see my resources being collected. Look, we're 25,000 resources. I haven't put any research in there at all. This has been collecting it automatically. For sure, for sure. Good morning, Kurgan. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you coming in. BD709 coming in, hanging out. Good to see you in the chat. Welcome, welcome, everybody. I see Wombat in there trying to get the loot. There we go. Where does one store a planet's worth of resources if not on a said planet? Exactly. Well, if you shaped out the entire planet, you wouldn't have a planet to put your resources on. I think. All right, now look at this, everybody. While we were away doing other stuff, that thing is full. It is done. It filled that entire canister while we were gone. Now, we need to tell it to stop. Otherwise, this is going to keep going and going and going until we just run out of space. So let's go ahead and get that organic out of there. Now, one of the things that was great about making organic is going to help us make our next thing that we need. We're going to try to put that right there. We need another canister, right? So let's go ahead and make ourselves another canister. Again, glass and plastic. So, we got any more glass and plastic over here? I don't know. Maybe we can make some more plastic. Let's see. And again, I'm showing you basically how to scale up at this point where you can start making massive tons of resources automatically. Really, it's you collecting a bit of it, then processing that, and you can just let the processing run. Now, of course, the more things you have running at the same time, the more efficiently you're working your base. Now, right now, of course, I would like to make myself, and actually I'm going to put this on the left side, I would like to make myself some carbon so I can make plastic. So I just run it out of the canister. It automatically feeds it in there. Now, what's going to happen, though, is it's going to keep on going. I don't want it to keep on going. I actually want it to stop and pull that out and just do what I've got right there so I can make some more plastic, so I can make another canister, so I can then have that run into a canister. So let's go ahead and grab that carbon. We're going to run over here. We've already got some compounds, so we're good. Let's go ahead and make that. Now, the number one thing we're probably going to run out of in that is glass. And the reason why we're going to run out of glass is because we've already collected our glass, and we can go grab it as quartz. You grab quartz, convert it into glass using your smelting furnace, and you're good to go. But you know what's even better? Not having to do that, right? Not having to do that. So let's go ahead and grab our extra organic out of here. And again, we're going to be a little messy today, but our goal today is to clean up this messy mess that we got going. Now, see, it did it automatically. It automatically got the soil, put it in there. You know what we're going to do? We're going to have it make that. Some of the basic mechanics you can just have it create, just extract from the soil. And one of those things, of course, is quartz. And it's going to do 4 of those. So go ahead and make me 4 of those. All right, now we got more carbon. We can go ahead and put our carbon over there to make more plastic. We now got more plastic, and so on. And then, again, we're going to try to make another canister. Now, again, these canisters really help you a lot. They help you scale up and gather a lot more materials. They hold 32 versus 8. Usually what I do is I make literally hundreds of these medium storages. I make a ton of them so that I can go in and store all this stuff and keep it from just being on the ground. But I definitely suggest about this point, about the medium level, you want to start transitioning to using your canisters instead. All right, so there's our quartz. Let's tell it to convert this quartz as well. We'll grab this extra carbon onto us. We'll convert the quartz into glass. And then we'll be ready to automate our production of our carbon. Carbon is one of those things you actually use a crazy ton of along with resin. Let's just go ahead and set that right up there. We'll go ahead and tell it to make us another resource canister. Oh, yeah. Now, we need to probably get our junk out of the way. Though it'll make it anyway, even if you do have stuff there. But I like to have a nice little clear area. All right, so there's another resource canister. So we're going to go out of one into another. Now, here's something really great Kismet tip for you. I suggest you do, and that is called priming it, right? Priming it, you take one of that resource and you put it in there, and now that resource is the only resource that's going to run into that canister, right? I call that priming. And so you go ahead and put that in there so that when I tell this to run out, it's not going to run this organic out of here into that other canister. I don't want that to happen, right? I want it to go ahead and run out the organic like that and continuously convert it into carbon. And that'll allow us to take that carbon and continuously, of course, make a ton of plastic so we can make a ton more canisters and clean up our gigantic mess that we got going here, right? Now, another thing I have is a big canister, one of the massive ones, right? And eventually we'll make a ton of these. But right now I just have one, which is for my resin. And so I want to actually convert it and take it out of here, right? And put it in a smaller one so I can utilize it in my smaller tables until I get to the large stuff. When I get to the large stuff, then I got to use the really large tables, and that's really fun. You use the large vehicles and all of that. But again, we're going to progress as intended in the game. So we're going to go ahead and try to transfer that. So we're going to need more over here. We're going to need more glass and more plastic. You're going to see you need a lot of that at this stage. A lot of that for sure. So let's go ahead and go over here. What are we looking for? Well, we got our carbon, but we don't have any more compound that I see over here. Let's go wander off this way and see if we have any more compound. Oh, there's some right there. All right, let's use it up. Best thing to do is use up the resources that you got before you're making more, if you're trying to keep your base somewhat tidy. All right, there we go. And then we're going to do our plastic. Now, remember, I have a bunch of stuff running at the same time. I have my research running over there automatically. I got my auto arms running and so on. And I have wind power, I have solar power. But the second that solar power goes away, I'm going to have a power problem for sure. For sure. And I did create one RTG right here for the quest. And you can see we've got that running. And this is all interconnected, right? They're all connected to each other. So if you do need power, as well as we do have a kind of a diminished RTG over here, which is also from our original base. And you see, look at it doing its thing. Look at it doing its thing. Now, we've already got 9 of those already converted in there, and it's going to convert that whole canister and empty it out. We're going to have that carbon that we need. Okay, we also going to need some glass here too, so we're going to work on that. But again, we're going to need some compound. Well, let's go ahead and take the quartz out of here temporarily. Oh, let's not do that. Lock that. I do that a lot. I forget to always lock my stuff. Okay, there we go. So now, instead of doing quartz, we can say, you know what? We changed our mind. We want to do now some compound. Now, look how nice those canisters are, right? Because it's just feeding more and more and more in there. And, of course, you can scale this up and scale it up and scale it up. So there's just massive amount of those. Now, this forge is busy doing a thing, and I really need another forge so I can do that and other things at the same time. So let's go over here and find where the heck I put my medium printer. I got to remember where I did with it. Right there. It's right there in front of my face. No wonder I can't find it. Right here. So we want to go ahead and make another one of these furnaces. So we're going to need some resin and some compound. I know, right? Always need that thing. Luckily, I have some resin laying around, so let's throw that in there. Let's maybe put some on the backpack. There we go. We're going to wait for this compound to finish. And we're going to grab some of that. We're going to put that up there. We're going to tell it to make us another smelting furnace. Now, while that's doing that, we're also going to need some additional tables to put all this stuff on that we're doing. But that medium printer is already busy doing something. So what I'm going to do is I usually have 2 of each type of printer. I have 2 mediums, 2 larges, and 2 smalls. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and just move this stuff around and use this table that's already pre-existing. Don't really need my large printer right now. And I'm going to go ahead and put it right over here. There we go. And I'm going to tell it to output my favorite platform in the early game called the large platform B as opposed to A. B is the one that has the sides on it, which helps us do a lot more with it. Now I'm going to need some resin, but conveniently I have a gigantic thing full of resin here that I can just grab and feed right in there. And then it's going to go ahead make that table, right? Now, another thing I can do is say, you know what? Hold on, change my mind. Hold on, let's move this over here. And then let's go ahead and we're going to find a spot for this, maybe over there right now. And then we can put the canister in there like this. Let's rotate this way. And it will auto-feed that resin in there. So I can tell it to repeat if I want, which I don't want to do right now. But it'll automatically feed the resin once it's done making the item. So we're automating a lot of our stuff, right? Automating as much as we can. Over here, it's still converting. Over here, it's printing the thing, it's automating it, right? We've now got another smelting furnace, so we can actually be automating and making it do 2 of the things at the same time. Now, if you scale up your base, you got to scale up your power, and we're going to do that in just a moment. But first, let's do this battle. To battle! All right, 91 units, so close. We need 9 more units next time, but look at this. Come on, let's do it, everybody. Let's keep these battles going. I want to get as many battles in as we can. Get you guys as much resources and as much loot from this event. Let's do it. Oh, it's on. Whoa, it's all out battle. Holy mackerel, they got a lot of units. Oh, but I think we're going to roll right over them. Get him, Ultra! Who else we got? Soldier coming in with his epic as well. Whoa, dropping the super loot as well. And the bombs. Nice job there, Dovey. Let's do it. Let's get it going on. All right, open the captain's chest. More love to you guys. LOC getting some epic scrolls. Dragon Overlord, John Boy, Riverdog, and Subi getting some sweet extra loot. And Fox Tegan showing you how it's done with the 12 kills there. MVP of that round. Nice job. Now it's time for the boss, everybody. It's time to rise up in the chat. It's time to put down as many units as you can. Put down those epics. Put down those legendaries. We're about to get some boss loot. Now, I'm going to call the big man himself. That's Norbert. You see him down right here. That's my baby dragon. He's going to go ahead and help you guys by healing the heck out of you. Now, the only way I can heal you, though, is if you gather around him, get real close to Norbert here, put down your tanks, your DPS, all of that stuff right around Norbert here. Definitely going to need some rogues as well. Rogue's going to need to run right there and run right there. Wipe out these tanks right here so that these things don't spawn too early. And then we'll be able to go in and wipe them out, get you guys some boss loot. That's right. Again, remember, you can't put down one every 5 minutes. The game is free. You play on mobile or on desktop. You can also support the stream if you're able. Now, remember, it's never required to donate, never required to do bits, none of that stuff. I understand if you're having tough times, but if you can support the stream, I greatly appreciate it. You can go in, you can click right over here on the store. You can click on skins, and you go ahead and type in my name, Kismet. And of course, the more skins that you guys do buy and unlock there, with the more toward our next goal of getting a Saltbot in there. We've already got Sparkle Dog. That's right, it's a flying rogue corgi right here. Pretty awesome. And of course, we have all of our other ones here with the yellow fedora, which is the signature thing on my stream. You'll see me wear my outfit from time to time. As well as, of course, we got Norbert right there, which you can unlock. And, of course, me. That's right. I'm in a game, everybody. I'm in this game. Isn't that awesome? I love that about it. So feel free to go ahead and unlock those. Again, we're at 14 and 100. We get to 100. We get to unlock another one, the mighty Saltbot. Let's do it. All right. Now, while we were busy doing that battle, guess what? That's right. It is actually finished converting all of that over to 30 carbon. So instead of doing onesie, twosies carbon, we now have a gigantic canister of carbon because that's what we like, right? That's what we like. We like lots and lots of loot. Now, we want to go ahead and work toward our plastic here, which again is carbon and compound. So now I need a bunch of compound. Now, as you can see, I was making some right here. But here we go again, everybody. We're going to go ahead and take this, and we're going to literally feed it right in here. We got to tell it to go the other way. There we go. We're going to feed it manually in here just to get started. Because what's going to happen, every time I move this, it's going to keep taking it out of there and putting it in my way. There we go. And now what we're going to do is say, yo, make us a bunch of compound until that compound is full. That's right. We're going to automate it some more. We're going to have it make a bunch more resources. We don't have to go collect them. We already collected the soil. It's going to extract it from the soil. I'm telling you, this is the best way to scale up your base, is to get all that going in there. Now, let's get all of this atmosphere stuff in here. We'll clean up a little bit. There you go. All you ADHD people like me who can't handle that for too long. Let's get that up off the ground, right? Let's get that up off the ground. Start to clean up a little bit. Now we're shaping up. Look at this. Beauty. Beauty. Now, again, while we were busy doing that, we also created a new table here. So let's go ahead and get another table fired up. And now we're starting to build up our various resources and so on. So let's go ahead and put this right over here. And this is getting a bit messy here. Let's get that over there. We got to take care of that later on. So let's go ahead and put these off to the side for now, even though those have been working quite well as our batteries here. And then one of the things I would love to see them add to the game, by the way, is the ability to see the base of the item that I am rotating, right? When you're trying to line these up, I just happen to know that it's sideways, right? It's the short edge is where the thing is, but it definitely would be nice to see the bottom of it while you're rotating. That would be super, super useful for sure. There we go. Right in there. And then we'll go ahead, put that right there. Whoop, I sent something flying. Whatever that was. What was that? That was my large printer. Put that right there. Okay, so let's tie this into here. We're going to put that there, and then we're going to run this around to the side of this. I love the way the power works, and you run the cable, and it connects into the other thing, and you're running the power through there. Now, this is dual directional power. You can do single direction power, and you can do dual direction power. We're going to use dual direction there. And let's go ahead and put that in there. Now, you might have noticed that on the table itself, you're going to see this arrow. This arrow is very important for when you're automating. You can tell which direction is going to go which. If I have the arrow pointing toward me, it's going to, by default, in theory, depending on what you have on there, start on the left and then output on the right, right? So it starts on this side, outputs to the other side. That's why I'm always watching that arrow direction. Now, do I get it right all the time? Very rarely. Sometimes I have it turned around the wrong way. And I'm like, why is it going the wrong direction? Oh, okay, because I've the table turned around. So good thing to be watching out for while you're going. Now, this is going to allow us to, of course, forge other things while we're waiting, while we're doing what we need to do. One of those things we need to forge is that this quartz over here. And so our goal is to make a bunch of stuff without having to go collect any more of the base resources. So we've got our carbon, and we're just going to set our carbon off to the side here for right now. Now, we're definitely going to need way more tables, so let's go ahead and tell it to go to town on them tables. Go for it, baby. And it's going to go to it. Now, we're going to go ahead and also clean up just a little bit here. We're going to go ahead and take all the stuff that we can, move it off to the side here. Look at this mess over here. Look at this. Oh my gosh, so much messy mess. Let's go ahead and put this right up here and tell it to keep on doing that right there. Try to get that emptied out. Take that out of there. Looking good. Now, I can make more of those mediums if I wanted to. I don't really want to make any more of those because I'm just going to end up scrapping those eventually. There is a whole scrapping system in here, by the way, where you can take stuff that you don't need or stuff that you find and actually grind it down and recover it and use it for other resources as well. That's a real fun mechanic as well. We'll get into more into that later on, but we're just going to start organizing a little bit, right? We're going to move all that stuff together. We've got a whole bunch of stuff on the ground here. Let's say that we're going to put a lot of our gases on these right now. Like that. Very nice. All right, that's looking good. We got both of these going now. We're going to go ahead and turn that one on. Get that forging over here. Look at this. We've got actual iron on the output. So let's go ahead and take a look in here. Okay, so that's got iron in there, right? So let's take this iron. Let's put it in there to make it nice, right? And then we'll tell it to enable input, basically. And so when it goes, it should automatically jump into there. Let's watch. Ah, see, it automatically jumped in there. So now we can do the same thing that we did with our organic. We can run one side out, have it convert it, and then put it into another container. And eventually what that does is it empties out the first container. And thus you can use that container for other things, right? Now also we have some laying on the ground here. So let's clean that up a bit. I know you guys are all loving this. You're like, Kismet, I'm loving you cleaning this mess up you got, bro. You are making a huge mess. There we go. All right, we cleaned that up a bit. Now we're making little strides here. Let's get all of our gases together. It's okay if you throw it on the ground. It's your base. You do whatever you want. Me, I like to have a nice little tidy base. I like to go ahead and start to organize my stuff at this point. Now that canister's getting full. It's 24, 34. How many we got more over here? Oh, it's out. One more to go. There we go. All right, so that's an empty canister we got. Now we go ahead and fill that. Oh my gosh, look what happened over here. While we were busy doing other stuff, our compound is now done. I suggest whenever that finishes to turn that looper off there. Pull that out of there, and guess what, everybody? We got a full canister of compound, and we have a full canister of our other stuff. Brain, come on, brain, work. Carbon, there we go. Sleep apnea, everybody. Sleep apnea. Sometimes my brain just literally shuts off and stops working. Now, the problem with this is that we're going to have an issue with the ability to get the actual finished resources off of there. We got to get it out of there so that it can make some more. Right? If I just tell it to start right now, it's actually not going to work. But let's go ahead and try it anyway. There we go. And now I'm going to say, okay, go ahead, make me some plastic. Why is it not working? Well, because there's a piece of plastic in there. Now, when you get to the larger tables, it's going to allow you to be able to take the item out automatically. But in here, we're going to have to automate it ourselves a bit. And we're going to do that using our auto arm. Right? So we've been using that earlier for our research. But let's go make another one over here. Again, this game is really phenomenal, everybody. If you've not played it, I highly suggest snatching it up. I love these peeps. This is like a passion project for them. For sure, for sure. You got to support them smaller game studios, everybody. Those where all the truly unique games come from. That's lithium. That does not go in there. That does not go in there. We need some graphite, which looks a lot like lithium, but is colored differently. Now, you can see we made a big old mess over here. We're going to make a big mess by throwing this down on the ground. Like so. Another great mechanic is you know, make till it's full. That would be another great mechanic. Now, what we need here is we need a bit of graphite. Now, graphite is actually not a great thing to make in your centrifuge because it only makes 2. It uses up a lot of resources. It's actually better to collect graphite, in which we will do. We'll get out there and we'll have it collect some graphite for us as well. How we doing over here? Holy mackerel, we got a stack of these things. All right. Probably good to stop now. See, we can turn your back. All of a sudden, boom, we got a whole stack of them. And that's because we have a lot of resin that we collected via the actual large extractor that we've had running out there. So we got some serious tables that we can use there. Serious. Okay. Now that's going to make me some graphite. And that graphite is going to allow me to make a auto arm. Now I could go find some graphite and collect it myself using my shaper and get a ton of it. But just convenient. I can go ahead and just make it right there. There we go. Graphite here and then auto arm. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tell it to use one of these tables to grab the resources from here and feed it into another canister, which is going to actually be behind the one here, just to kind of get it out of the way. And I'm going to tell it to keep doing that until I feel like it needs to stop. And so we're going to use this canister that we just emptied out, and we're going to put it over here. And we're going to do some automation, right? We're going to really automate this. Now, we're going to tell it to not disable output. That means output, right? It's outputting. We're going to do enable output, which means inputting. So we're going to have that input into there. Now, we're going to grab our auto arm that we made, and we're going to run it back here. And remember, all this stuff takes power. So if you start to get to a point where it stops working, it's because you're starting to run out of power. Let's unpack it. Let's orient it properly. Remember, the green is where it's starting and blue is where it's ending up. So we need to rotate this around. Oh, wrong button. Rotate that around with V and C. There we go. And so I'm going to aim it right at this thing. Now, I'm going to actually need to use this particular plastic here, and that is to limit what it's going to grab. So it doesn't accidentally start grabbing a bunch of my carbon and other resources that are going to be there. And so I'm going to tell it to automatically grab it. When it's done, I'm going to tell it to automatically grab the plastic off of this and then feed it into that canister. Don't believe me? Because again, this is an awesome mechanic. We'll just wait and watch what happens. Is that awesome or what? I absolutely love that. Now, it only did one because I told it to only do one. But what if we could take both resources and have it automatically feed the resources in. And then have it loop and just make as much plastic as it possibly can. And it's off and running, everybody. Now we just set it and forget it. My favorite thing. We're going to let that run, and we're going to have crazy tons of plastic so we can make crazy tons of canisters, so we can get even more resources, so we can even do more of that. If you only learn one thing in my stream, if you learned how to automate your stuff, then you're way ahead of the game. You've basically mastered this game. Just like that, Kismet's showing you some of his best techniques to get you going. Now, I'm going to again move this over here, try to clean this up just a little bit. Let's go ahead and put this up here. Now, I'm going to take all my other resources off of here. I like this. And make this nice right over here. All right, looking good. Clean that up just a little bit. I told you we're going to clean that up. All right. Now, that's just going to run and run and run. Now, you can see my canister over here. It's getting pretty much empty. It's got nothing else in there. So let's take it out. Let's put this over here. Good idea to put this back on your vehicle so you'll have it over here to do its thing. There we go. Now, this is over here doing nothing. That stuff drives me crazy when I see resources just sitting around doing nothing. Let's clean up our power a little bit here. I feel like that's what we need to do. We got plenty of tables now. And so we're going to create some power areas. Let's not do it over there. That's in the way. We've got our ship in the way. Let's put this right here for a minute. Let's take our little ship here and run it way out of the way, right? We're not really going to use this ship anymore. You know why? Because we unlocked the medium ship through the questing. So pretty fun. But we're going to go ahead and do what I call the Tower of Power eventually out here. Let's go ahead and unlock that or unpack that. Aim it in the right direction. That's why I was rotating it, to aim it like this. And now we can go ahead and do a little bit of cleanup of all of our power. Now, you can just leave it on the ground. No big deal. If you want to. But me, I'm going to go ahead and just start putting this stuff up here. That's going to allow me to drive my vehicles through a little bit easier and not have a bunch of stuff laying on the ground in the way. There we go. Very nice. And so we've opened that up. Now, over this way, we've also got a bunch more power, but we got to watch out because this actually is running. It's acting as an extension line to my research over here, and you can see it's still running. Usually about 2 of them are running at any given time. I can run out another auto arm to grab a bunch of stuff from over there if I want, because these will just keep respawning and respawning. I could really scale up that automatic resource collecting. It's collecting the little things that grow on the trees and then running them in there. Remember how I used up about 10, 20,000 research today? Guess what? I'm back to 27,000 again. And I haven't lifted a finger. It's auto-automated. All right, so there we go. We're going to let that run. Now, we can also grab all of these out of here, but again, those are acting as an extension, and it's a dual direction extension as well. So we'll leave those. We do have a couple just laying around here, or one laying around here, that we can go ahead and get into our power grid, which is going to help us. There we go. We've got this medium one laying around. Let's throw that up there. Now, there's some other pieces that you can use to make that way better and more efficient when you're putting stuff on there. So let's grab this. Let's put this up here. And now we're shaping up. Look at this. Look at how nicely we're tidying up our base. We're consolidating all of our stuff together. We're getting the most use out of all of our power here that we have just laying around. Look at this. We got some resources back here we could be using as well. So there we go. So now, again, our big goal here is to make a bunch of canisters. And look at this. We got glass and we got plastic. Now, another thing that we can do is we can go ahead and make a canister that is really about making stuff, right? So we're going to go ahead and just kind of angle it here by where our medium printer is. And this is going to be our making stuff table for right now. And there we go. And so we go ahead and take our small printer and we can put it right up here. And what do we need? Glass and plastic, right? Glass and plastic, glass and plastic. As much as we can get of all of that. And so we're going to go ahead and put some plastic over here, glass over here, like so. And then we're going to need that plastic. Now, it's cranking away over here. How many plastic is it made while we were busy doing other stuff? It's made 19 of them. That's right. We've already got 19. That means 19 canisters, in theory, we can get going. Now, notice how I put it down there like that. It put it onto the table. I can tell it to reverse it, output it, or input it, and it will actually grab it and put it back in there automatically. Again, then it'll just keep cranking out that plastic all day, every day. Now, I can take this plastic And we can put that there, or we can put it on the table. And then now we're going to tell it to make another one, and another one, and another one, and so on, until I'm able to take all these resources that are sitting along the ground here and put them away into the canisters so we don't have them sitting around on the floor. Like so. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Put that into there. Now, another thing you can do while it's using up your resources is we could grab all this compound sitting on the ground here, right? Not doing much, just chilling on the ground. We clean that up a little bit. And even while it's being used for other purposes, you can still feed that in there. Now, I'm going to show you an awesome trick here. Let's go ahead and grab this carbon out. Or actually, we can use the carbon. What we can do is go ahead and shift and then left click, and it grabs the carbon and puts it in there. Isn't that awesome? Let's go ahead and pick up this this compound, put it on our backpack. We shift and left click. And shift and left click. Anytime you see that little blue thing, you can literally take everything out. Again, if you only learn one thing in my stream today, that would be the one. That would be the one. It's so much easier. So if you're collecting it manually and you're trying to put it in there, you can just get it on your backpack, click, 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 and it just puts it right in there for you. And then, of course, it'll continue to make more and more plastic. And the same thing here. Click that, click this, good to go. Or you can just drag it up there. I find that way easier. Just to click on it, put it in my backpack, and then shift click, and then boom, much more precise as well. To get that done. Guess what? We can make another one over here. Boom. You know what? Let's just put this on loop. Go, baby. Do your thing. Now, what do we got in this canister right here? This canister right here is empty. What do we got a bunch of just lazing around right here? Well, we got some, rock wolfram right here that we could be forging up. Let's get that going. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Over here, we got a big old canister full of iron. We're definitely using that up. We got a little bit of ceramic there. We got some tungsten. Things like that. I'm feeling copper right now. I feel like we could probably utilize this for copper. Let's take our copper here, clean that up a bit. Now we're looking sharp. Looking sharp. We got more copper? We do, right here. Now watch this as I go ahead and consolidate this copper easy mode by taking this, putting this on here, and it's automatically going to grab it and put it in that canister for me so I don't have to drag it in there. I know. Awesome, right? Very awesome, as a matter of fact. We're going to go ahead and let that forge itself up. Look, another thing of copper. Let's just set it right there. Automatically goes in there. Easy mode. Let's go ahead and make another canister, right? What else can we fill up here with our canister? I'm feeling some lithium. What do you guys think? Lithium? Yeah, let's go. Let's go ahead and put some lithium in there. Now our lithium is nice and cleaned up. Oh, Kismet, I'm liking this. I'm liking it. I like a nice tidy base. Let's do it. Let's put that over there. Look at this. We got a battery over here not being utilized. Let's get over here, see if we can find some space for it. Oh, no. We're out of space. We're out of space here. No worries, right? No worries, because we just made a bunch of tables. We can make tables for days. We got so much resin over there. Let's turn it the right way. And again, this is not the most efficient way to do your power. We'll get into that in a minute. But, hey, at least it's being utilized, right? At least it's all being utilized. For the production of my power. Look at this. We got a soil canister over here. We could be using that soil right there. We could be using it for something, right? I say we make a little bit more graphite while we're at it. That's a huge waste of dirt, but guess what? We're going to waste some. Let's do it. Let's waste some. Get that going. So what do we got here? Lithium. Looking sharp, right? Let's go ahead and just put it right over here. We're going to start making a little area for our canisters right there. What else we got? We got some tungsten. We got some ceramic. Look at this right here, right? Tungsten ceramic. We probably need a canister for that. Let's go get some more plastic. Right over here. 28 of them in there. That ought to do. That ought to do. Now, if we look at this, hey, wait a minute. It stopped. Why did it stop? Well, because it ran out of carbon. It actually burned up all of that carbon that we made and made 28 plastic. Now, 28 plastic, probably enough. That's probably enough for right now. Now, we go ahead and grab this canister now, and we can move it over here to be utilized for making more canisters, right? Now, well, guess we're going to need a bunch of glass, aren't we? We're going to need tons of glass for that. So, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to run this out right there. It's going to make us another canister, and then we can grab some more quartz, which we can convert then into some glass, and then use that glass we in a canister, we do glass and plastic, and make so many of these canisters. We're gonna have so many they're gonna be stacking up all over the place. Let's go. Let's do it again. Showing you some of my best techniques, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this big time. Let me pull this canister out so I can empty that canister next time. All right, we got our graphite here. Let's take that out. Let's go ahead and say enable output, which means input. Let's go ahead and say, you know what? We need a ton of quartz. So we're going to tell it to go on loop. Go do it. And off it goes. Off it goes, doing its thing. Now we're going to go ahead and set that right over there. We got a little bit of this, which is great. We're starting to clean up this messy mess we got going here. You know what? Let's see how we're doing over here. Doing not bad. Not bad over here, but we're going to need some more glass, right? So that's why we queued up that quartz, so we can get that glass going as well. So there's our canister. I say tungsten is where we're at. Let's go ahead and grab all this little random tungsten here. Again, we can utilize our table over here. Let's turn this off. Send that back in again. Let's grab some of our stackers here and get this going. Get out of there, organic you. And then just put this right in here, and guess what? It's automatically going to know there's tungsten on there. It's automatically going to grab the tungsten and clean it off for you, doing a lot of the work for you. So very nice. Put that there. Put this up here. Now we're getting somewhere, right? Now we're getting there. Now this I very rarely put in a canister until I start extracting it, because this is something that you just burn up pretty quickly. Resin. We know where resin goes, right? It goes in this giant canister that we got over here. That's easy. That's an easy one to clean up. I'll move this back a little bit here. Put this equipment up here. Equipment up here. What else we got? We got some ceramic. Yeah, I think we could probably utilize that. Let's get that going. Now, you can also take this quartz, and instead of making it into raw quartz, we could actually take it and have it move the quartz over to the furnace automatically and go from there. So let's just move this over. Let's run this back out again. Look, there's some copper. Remember how we made a thing into copper? Which one's copper? This one right here. Put that one in there. Now, there's a symbol on the front that tells you what it is, but I can tell you that I am not going to remember. I am not going to remember. We'll tell it to stop outputting, so it'll finish on that side there. And that is not that. This over here is tungsten. There we go. Put that in there. All right, so we're going to need some for this, but we need more glass. Over here. And there we go. Another canister on the way. So again, we got plastic here. We got tungsten there. I think that's it for our tungsten. Let's go ahead and put this over here. Isn't that nice? Look at how it's shaping up. Everybody's shaping up nicely. We got tons of organic here as well. So remember how we took our organic and we converted it? We'll do that in just a minute. We've got some aluminum here. Let's pull that out. Let's try to consolidate all the same type of resource together. Look at that. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, we'll grab some of this glass out of there. We'll go ahead and put it over here so we can go ahead and run out another one. And then we'll take this canister, and now it's on like Donkey Kong. Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Let's do this. Look at this automation of production now. Let's go ahead and run out the quartz so the quartz can then, of course, run into the glass container here. Now, over here, it's still making quartz, so I've got to get this quartz back into this canister like this. Quickly, quickly. There we go. Put this here. Enable the input, and then let it continue to do it, and then we'll run some more out, right? So we got that going. More canisters over here. We are making canisters like a boss. Here we go. Another one. Now, ceramic. Let's do that. All right, ceramic done. That was literally all we had. We had 2 ceramics. Set it over there. Cleaning this up. Look at this base shaping up. I'm telling you, we're going to make it look beautiful today. Let's go ahead and fire up some of this carbon. Pull that out of there. Let that go. Now, we've got some aluminum here, right? We're definitely going to want some of that. We're going to need some glass. We got a piece right there. Let's throw it over here. Like so. There we go. Have it make another one automatically. Oh, more resin sitting around. No worries. We know where resin goes, right? We got a place for everything now, right? We got a place for where our stuff should go, right? We can put some more of this up here now. Now, you're like, Kismet, what are you going to do with all of this stuff over here? You got all these various different gases. How are you going to put those somewhere, right? That's a lot of space is taken up. Well, guess what? Not only does this hold soil, but there's another canister that's like that actually holds gas as well. So let's unlock that if I don't already have it unlocked, and let's get to that as well. So let's go look for our canisters that do. How are we doing on time? God, time goes by fast in this game. It's so fun. It's so fun, everybody. All right, now medium gas container. Now we're going to need silicon, and that thing we're working on, glass, right? So how do we make silicon? Well, let's go ahead and pull our thing out of there. This right here is empty, so we can use that for whatever we want. Most likely should be using that, though, for our carbon. So let's get this over here. Let's go ahead and just tell it, you know what? Hey, go back to carbon. Put that carbon in there. It's on it. It's on it. And again, we've got our resources here. Let's put this off to the side. We got plenty of plastic now. Put that over there. All right, nice. Now we're going to try to tell it to make some silicon. Now, silicon actually fairly tough. Fairly tough because you're going to need the one thing that you most likely don't have at the beginning of the game, and that is methane. That's going to be on another planet. You're going to need to use your gas extractor, your atmosphere condenser, to extract that methane out of the atmosphere, and then use that methane to create stuff over there. Now, it just so happens that I've already done that. I've already gone and grabbed the methane, which you can see right there is in this little canister. And so we're going to bring our methane over, put it right up there, and there we go. Now we're going to need some resin and some quartz. Now that's the raw version of what we've been doing here. Yeah, there we go. And so you can see it actually making that right now. So we're going to actually, before it converts it into glass, we're going to need the raw version of some quartz here. I'm going to feed that right over here. Do you see how everything lends itself to something else? I love that about this game. It's really well thought out, incredibly well thought out, and incredibly fun. Oh, we need some resin first. Hold on. Let's just grab some resin from right there. Put that over there, and off it goes. And more canisters here. Let's grab that. Now we got our aluminum over here that needs a little bit of tidying up. And bam, bam, aluminum. Put it over there. All right, nice. This is looking good over here. Now, we do have a canister here, which is full of glass. We'll come back to that. We're going to convert a bunch of that. We have a bit of graphite here. Now, graphite's one of those things, especially early game, that I would just keep on your little mediums there and just throw it off to the side, because you're going to burn that up. You're going to burn that up in like 10 seconds. You're going to need a lot of that. Speaking of burning stuff up, look at all this junk just laid out here. This is actually trash. It's actually salvage that we need to salvage. We've got a bunch of research stuff over here. We got a medium generator that I found that we could probably just set right over here in case we need it. Don't really need it right now, but if we did, it would be right there. And so on. We've got some small generators and other stuff. We can start tidying that up as well. We also have some fun things in here, and that's like chess pieces and stuff. Looks kind of like Batman to me. Basically, a bunch of chess pieces that we have laying around. Those we can clean up over here. And again, we're going to start that battle here in just a second. And we want to keep these battles going because we only got so much time. Put that right up there. Looks nice. Now, in my backpack, you see I've got a bunch of plastic on me. Let's go ahead, tell this plastic to run back in. We'll just take this plastic, put it right there, or we can shift-click on it, but we have to wait for this to finish first, and then we can just shift-click, and then we have to wait for it to go in. Nicely cleaned up off my backpack. There we go. All right, let's do this battle, and we'll come right back, do some more. To battle! Hey, MCRT, whatever, with the waving. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Let's go ahead and start this battle while I catch up a bit on the chat. Now, again, sometimes I do get focused, everybody. I get focused on it big time. TKS coming in and said, don't forget to lock it. I'm the worst, everybody. I'm the worst with locking. Thank you so much. I'm actually going to lock it while you guys are watching this video. There you go. I went in and I locked those tables. Lock those tables. Lock them all. None of these are locked. None of those ones I just did are locked at all. I went in and just locked them. All right. If there any game to simulate chess in, this one could be the most interesting, right? Yeah, definitely. For sure. Now, of course, this is multiplayer, too. So you have up to 8 players playing Astroneer at the same time. We do have a mega server. In fact, server number 1. That's right. The very first release server for Astroneer. From my buddies at Nitrato, who are one of my sponsors here on the stream. They are amazing. Now, if you want to get your own server, Bam! Follow that link right there in the chat. They are awesome. They're going to have your back. And plus, you're going to save a little of this. You're going to save a little coin right there with 10% off just by clicking that link, going over there. Get yourself a Valheim server, Astroneer server, Minecraft, whatever you need. They got them all, everybody. They got them all over there. And they've got awesome, my favorite thing in any business that I like to work with, amazing customer service. Get you fired up. All right, open the captain chest, grant some rewards. Let's see, Snails, Reaper, The Last Splash, and Subi all getting some love. And Box Kicker coming in, MVP, 11 kills, way to crush it. Again, let's keep these battles going. That was a boss battle, too. I feel like we're going to run out of time. How many hours? 4 hours, so we can have 8 more battles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, my God, let's go. All right, we got to stay on point here. We're going to try to get you guys at least some potential skins here. I'm going to call out the Rogue, just a 1 skull. We're going to need everybody to step it up. We're going to need to step it up. How many units? We got 110 units. That's 1,000 KizCast for everybody in the chat, for you guys working together. Keep working together on the battles. Again, we're going to keep them going all day long. Go ahead and jump in. Use my name, Kismet. You're going to get crazy tons of loot. You're going to be able to unlock some more cool stuff in Stream Raiders. Let's go. All right, so we made some silicon right over here. And, of course, we got that from another planet. I'm not going to show that right now. I showed that the other day. But we will eventually get back to those planets. I'll show you where I'm extracting those. Now, we got some silicon. We got some glass. We're ready to go in our little builder area over here. And we're going to tell it to make, let's see, the gas canister right there. All right, now we're going to need some glass. And that's what we've been working on over here, so we can run this out. Oh, wait, that's carbon. That's the wrong one. Where'd our glass go? Right? It's actually right over here on the side. So let's grab our carbon out of there, put this back in here. You'll find yourself making lots and lots of various different resources, but let's really automate this. You ready? Run that glass out, run that plastic out, and now it's going to do it for us. Oh, wait, that's the wrong resource. I need silicon. Then we're going to automate it after this. Hold on. We're making a gas canister first. Let's make a gas canister first. And then we're going to automate it. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a full canister. There we go, glass and plastic. We're going to tell it to loop, and we want to make as many of those as it possibly can. Oh, I just accidentally grabbed that out of there. Get out of there. And we can go ahead and look here. Which one is the glass one? This one's the glass one. You can still feed it right here in the top. And you're good to go. All right, so now we have a gas canister here. Now you can see I actually already have one right here, which is holding my hydrogen right now. But this isn't making hydrogen, is it? It's making nitrogen. So we're going to need a bunch of these as well. But let's go ahead and clean up over here. Let's see what we got a lot of. I can see right here, it looks like we got a bunch of argon. And it'd be nice to clean that argon up. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use like a cleanup table, as I like to call them. We're going to just go ahead and throw it down right here. And its purpose is to transfer resources between one kind of storage medium to another. So we're going to go ahead and grab our argon. And of course, like I always say, one of the great tips here in the trick, tips and trick here on the stream is to prime your canister first. So let's put some argon in there. And I put a little bit of argon in there to prime it, so it's only going to grab the argon. And then there it goes, everybody. It's going to do all the work for us. We're just going to throw that argon up there and even mix in some other materials that does not have anything to do with argon. And we're going to throw those up there. And we're just going to consolidate. If I can get it going here. There we go. All of that down. Now look how quickly we just clean that all up. Right? Look at that. Beautiful. Look how many canisters it just made. Made a ton of canisters there. You get the idea. Oh, God, what's happening over here? What's going on? Uh-oh, we got a bit of a quartz problem here. We got to set this the other way. Got to get this output one. There we go. So what happened is it was one of the output ones was blocking it. There we go. We'll keep that quartz going. We're going to make a ton of glass, which will allow us to make a ton more of these. Okay, so we'll get into more of those here in a bit. One of the things we might want to do is say, yo, we want to transfer from our large container into one of these smaller containers all of this resin, because there's only about 124 in there, which actually is a lot of these, because this only holds 32. This holds 124. So let's run that out, and then what it's going to do is it's automatically going to run it out of one canister into the smallest canister there. Now, you're going to see me actually make a bunch of resin canisters. That's what these ones are for. You're like, Kismet, do you think this stuff all out ahead of time? Yep, I do. I do spend a lot of time and effort into figuring out what I'm doing. Now, do I know every single step I'm going to be doing? No. But I do have a general idea of what I'm doing every single stream and what the theme of the stream is and what we're trying to work on. And that is a full canister. So let's go ahead and stop that. Let's go ahead and pull this one out. Next one. In we go. Now, why am I making so much resin? Because you're going to need resin more than anything else in the entire game. You're going to need a lot. So we're going to stack that right back there. We're going to let it do the work for us. Over here, it's doing the work for us, making us a bunch of loot there as well. Now, I need another one of these canisters, right? I need one of these canisters so I can get my nitrogen going, and I can get a bunch of nitrogen backlogged as well. Right, but let's go over here and look at our argon. Oh, our argon has nicely cleaned out all of that. Now, you're going to see some other stuff here. Methane, nitrogen there, and some hydrogen. We definitely need one for hydrogen as well as the other one we were doing over here. All right, let's pick that up. It's messy. Messy. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch this back to hydrogen. I see that we are getting low there. That's actually not on right now. Do you know why I have that off? Because it drains a crazy ton of power. That's why. It will actually drain most of my power just from that one object. So keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and put this right here. And watch this as I output it. Wait, that's not what I want to do. I want to input it. Let me go ahead and switch it. Oh, wait, it just screwed me over by grabbing the wrong resources and putting the wrong resources in there because it loves to do that. It will actually prioritize certain resources as well, which one it will grab first and so on. So we're going to go ahead and let that run out, but wait a minute. It's not running it out. Hold on, let's run that hydrogen out here. Let's go ahead and run this out. There we go. Run that back out again. Now, again, I don't know why it chooses what it does, but watch as I just tell it to input, and it will automatically choose whatever it wants. Right? In this case, it chose nitrogen. Right? So let's run that in. Now, again, we got to prime it. Right? So we'll go here. We'll tell this to go in there. Now, watch out that it's not outputting. See, that's outputting. Right? When it says disable the output, that means it's outputting. You enable the output, basically meaning it's inputting. I know it's confusing, and I think they should change that label, but that's just me. And there you go. All right, now we got all of that in there. This is now holding the hydrogen. Let's run it over here like this. And let's take this nitrogen out here, and let's tell it back to hydrogen. Right there. And then we're going to put that in there, and we're going to start this up, and it's going to loop. And we're going to try to fill that gas canister with that hydrogen. Let's take this nitrogen, run it over here like so. I can tell you that my thing is full. Look at this. That is full. Let's stop that. Nice. All right, let's get over here and let's really go to town, baby. Let's fire that up. Over here, this one's now empty. Over here, which are glass. Let's stop this for a second. Get it to pull that back in again so we can prime this one. Let's go ahead and enable, disable output, which means input. Let's wait for it to do one glass first. Or actually, I can just put it up there. There we go. And it'll automatically grab the glass. Then I can tell that to output. And now that's going to make me a ton of glass. It's off and running. Now, I can also just kind of sneak a couple of more of these in here, even though it's going to do more than that canister can hold. But that'll just clean that area out over there. Now, what other resources do we need? We have a bunch now, right? We have stacks and stacks and stacks of resources. Look at that. Now, another thing that we can work on, now that we've done a bunch of plastic, is actually to work on this one here, the rubber right here. So we want to make organic and resin, right? And we should probably start making a whole line of things that we can make where we don't have to come back to it over and over and over. So I would start in order. I would start with rubber, and then plastic, and then aluminum alloy, and so on and so forth. So we're going to start with rubber, and we need resin, and we need organic. How convenient that I had already thought that out and already did that so I could do this right now. Yes, I did think that out. Okay, there we go. So we got that going. So we got a resin, and now we need organic. Just conveniently happen to have an empty one right over here. I have an empty one right there as well. And I can say, yo, let's make some organic again. But we're going to keep the raw organic this time instead of converting it into carbon. And it's going to go to town. Now, I've got an empty canister over here. I know it's sad. It's okay. Everything will be okay, everybody. It's a sad, an empty canister is a sad canister. So let's run over here as well and look at our vehicle. Our vehicle is empty and already has an empty canister on it. So we're going to grab our vehicle and we're going to go back to it. Let's go make some more holes in the wall here. Let's go. Right here. Bam. And so we're going to drill out some more of this mountain. Now I'm just choosing a random spot. Now again, I could make trailers and have even more of the canisters and then make a whole bunch of them if I want and collect even more. But I'm just going to do one canister at a time for right now because the more canisters you add, the longer it takes to fill those canisters, as you would imagine. A bunch of resources there that I don't need right now. Uh-oh, look out, red alert, whoa, look out, oh boy. Almost fell down in there, look out, let's go this way. Oh, look what we found. Ooh, a little graphite spot there as well. Now what's down there is actually what I did earlier. That's actually one of my tunnels that I dug out. Or it's like a tunnel. No, actually that's a tunnel that was already pre-existing. How can I tell? Well, I can always tell based on if it's been flattened, right? If it's flat and how large it is, how wide the area is. I could have just went going and then stopped because I ran out of need to keep going. Raise this up so we're coming up out of the surface or out of the underground level. We're literally just digging underneath the surface level right now. And we can basically, by holding down the right mouse button, whoa, I can tell it to angle. Now again, watch out you don't fall down a hole there, everybody. Now that's about as much as I need. I go and turn around, head back this way. I can also bring up my radar, tell me which direction my base is. This way. Drill a little extra. Right there. And we got. Now, the hard part. How the heck do we get back where we were? Well, it just so happens there's one up here. Now, you can also use the shaper as a way of making yourself a nice little ramp like that if you got the skills. It does take a bit of practice to master that. I'm making it look easy. It definitely requires practice to figure out how to hold down the right mouse button, move it forward and backwards to angle your vehicle while you're collecting. It's probably the hardest thing in the game, I think, is to master that ability to shape and go. Now, later on, in just a minute here, I'm going to get another thing when I get to the large vehicles. Well, maybe not today, maybe next time. But we're going to get an actual thing that paves the ground as we're going as well. So that's pretty nice, for sure, for sure. But now we've got a nice full canister, and we're ready to make a ton more resources. Let's go. Put our full canister right over here. I love watching it do all the work for me. Isn't that fun? Don't you love that when you're playing automated games? You just sit there and watch it work. I love to watch it in Satisfactory. In other games, I've played the Dyson Sphere program. Very cool. I hope to get back to that one day. I just don't have enough time to play them all. There's so many great games. I had to take No Man's Sky off this week as we're playing some Subnautica. But once we finish some Subnautica there, we'll go ahead and switch back to No Man's Sky. Another fantastic game. There's only so many minutes in the day, and I just added a bunch of bonus night streams as well. If you don't know, everybody, I did update my schedule. Make sure to take a look. Boop, right over here. Check it out. We're playing Astroneer today. Then we're going to play some King of Thieves around 1 o'clock, and then Subnautica Below Zero tonight. Night streams have returned. We're going to be playing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at night, as well as Satisfactory. We got Elite Dangerous coming up, Valheim, more Below Zero, Fallout 76, and, of course, Fifth Boss coming up this Saturday. Come and join us for some Valheim. We're going to need your help. We're going to need everybody's help to come on in and jump in the game, help us collect some resources, and, of course, get ready for that Fifth Boss. the 5th and final boss in Valheim, as well as we're going to also explore the world after that. Invite you to come and join us with any character you want, even if you have a high-level character. And you're like, Kismet, I need the 3rd boss, I need the 4th boss, the 5th boss, whatever it is, we're going to help you unlock your boss, and then you can jump back into your game and be able to utilize it over there as well. Did you know that you can do that? Did you know you can jump from your solo game into a multiplayer game, unlock bosses and other stuff like that, and then flip back into your game, and you'll have it unlocked? It's pretty sweet, right? Pretty sweet. I love to watch this. I love to watch the automation. Now, we're just getting started, everybody. This is just the beginning of what you can do. Now, just think of the scale you can do, right? This is just my little base right here. You could scale this up to a real massive level, and I've done it many times before. We'll get into it later on. But for right now, we want to just let that do its thing. Get us a bunch of organic, because we want to organize our rubber production here, right? Now, another thing we want to do, of course, is make some more tables. That's right, because we're going to massively expand this base now. So we're going to tell it to go on loop again. Make me a bunch more tables. Try to use up that resin that we got right there. Now, we're going to go ahead and move our large printer. Give me your large printer. There we go. Move you out of there. And we're going to try to automate and create a whole line of automation for our various resources. So we've already done a bunch of plastic, but we're going to automate that as well. Now, using the smaller tables, you're going to need a combination table, right? You're going to need your primary table, and you're going to need a secondary table so that it can grab that finished resource and feed it and create a bunch of it, right? So we're going to use a 2-table system here in the medium level. When we get to the large level, we won't need to do that anymore. We can do it all within 1 table, one of the big tables that we can use. And I could unlock it now and do all of that, but again, we're going to work through the medium level, and then we're going to work in the higher levels. And look at that, almost back up to 30,000, everybody, just by sitting here and chilling out. It's doing it for us. It's automated. Pretty sweet. Oh, look out! It's St. Paco Taco coming in with a 6 months, unlocking a brand new sub badge and showing that Kismet love here, getting on a Kismet love train. Good morning to you, and St. Paco Taco. Make sure to show him lots of love in the chat, everybody. Anytime you see someone hit that follow button, anytime you see him hit that subscribe or resubscribe, show him that love, because every dime goes right back in the stream in the form of giveaways. Of course, allows us to do things like stream avatars, and we're creating more emotes, and I even take my mods to TwitchCon, which I've done many times before when we could go outside. Again, that's what I put every penny into, and a whole lot of my pennies as well into the stream, creating moments of joy like that. So thanks for coming in, hanging out. Yeah, night stream hype. Yeah. Oh man, get back to night streams. That's gonna be fun. Gonna be fun. Now let's go ahead and run this plastic back in there to clean that up a little bit. Well, we got an empty canister here. We got to fill that up with something. Well, let's just put that let's just put that right there. We're gonna, after we're done doing this, because this is about done right here. Actually, I think it is done. It's done. Let's pull it out. Let's put this one in. Oh, that was right at the last second. Nice. Now let's tell this to stop before it does another one. There we go. Let that fill itself back up again. And now we got some extra organic there. But we want this organic over here, right? Yeah. Now we talking. Now we talking, right? And so we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to tell it to make a bunch of rubber. We're going to do organic and resin combined. It's going to make some rubber and run it out here. Now there's one thing we need to do. We need to take this plastic out of here. Right there. We need to make 1 rubber. So we're going to tell it to make the rubber. We're going to run this out, run that out. It's going to automatically feed it into the machine. We'll make 1 rubber, put it back there. Now look at this. What the heck? What the heck? Where's all of our glass at? Oh, wait a minute. It's over here, making a gigantic amount of it right there. So let's grab a little bit of that and then tell it to run back in again. And we'll grab and have it automatically. See, I just put it up there and it just automatically does it. So I know I'm going to make a crazy ton of these. Let's clean this up a little bit. We got some methane here. We know what to do with this, right? Let's go over here to our cleanup table. We'll work on that here in just a bit. Look at this. Look at this equipment. Nicely organized. Look at this. Nicely organized. Looking sharp. Looking sharp there. We've got ourselves another medium fluid canister that we can put back on our vehicle wherever I parked that over here. And you know what? While we're waiting for that, let's go make some more holes in the side of this mountain. Let's go. About right here. Let's do it. spot we already been. Now, if you go down like this, you got to be careful that you don't have your drill on if you do this, because it's going to start drilling straight down. Just turn it off by hitting V, and you should be fine. Again, I'm controlling it by holding down the right mouse button. I'm just going to crisscross across here. I don't care if they're straight or whatever. I'm going to be taking out the bulk of this mountain at some point. Again, see, turn it off, drop down, keep on going. Oh, what's that thing over there? Ooh, we'll get into that later on. Right now, we're scaling up our base. All right, back the other way. Yes, I angled that upward so I could get back up here. And done. That was it. That was it. Now, of course, obviously, if we had like 15 containers and we did a whole bunch of containers at the same time, we wouldn't have to, you know, keep coming back and keep coming back. Whoa, look out. Oh, God, they're crashing. They're crashing. Let's go ahead and shape this up just a little bit here. Create a nice little soft edge there. Nice. I love the voxel shaping in this game. It is awesome. And hey, look, there's my base. How convenient. All right. Now, we have a lot of stuff going. As you can see, look at our research sample is laboring there. I can tell it's going really slow. And that's because we got a lot of stuff fired up at the same time. We've got our 3D printer going. We've got our stuff being converted into glass. We've got our atmosphere condenser, which just absolutely sucks a lot of power. It's 20 power that thing is draining right now. It's used up all of our batteries. Our batteries are empty. Here comes our wind power to help us out a little bit, but it ain't going to be enough. Definitely not. So again, we need to start scaling up all of our base stuff as well. So let's let this do its thing for a minute here while we make another medium canister. Pop out here. Again, you always want to stay busy while you're waiting for stuff. And so we'll take this. We'll run it back here. Now look what it's done. Look what it's done, everybody. Ah, God, you don't want it to do this, right? You don't want it to do that, make that mess. It's actually grabbed the resources. I didn't want it to do that, right? And there's something I was talking about earlier that will happen is it will go in and it will grab the wrong resource and put the wrong resource in there, right? And that's why we want to go ahead and limit it by taking the rubber and putting it right in there so it only grabs rubber and does not grab all this extra stuff. But no worries, we just feed it back in there for now, and now we're looking good. All right, and then we got a canister over here. What's this canister got in it? It's got resin. Let's get that out of there. Put that right in there. Okay, now it's got nothing in there. We've set it to input, and now it's time to make our next resource, right? We're going to put that on loop. We're going to tell it to go. We're going to make sure to enable output here, so it's now going to feed that into there. We have it limited, so it can only grab rubber. It'll only grab the rubber out of there because it needs to pull the rubber out so it can go ahead and make another one. We need a canister so that it goes in and it fills that canister, and there it goes, automated, ready to rock. Let's let that run. Now, while we're waiting for that, let's automate some more over here to the side. And we're going to run it off to the side here like this. Now, I can go in, by the way, and I can flatten all of this if I have some dirt on my character. Let's shape some of this out. Fill up our dirt canister. Nice. We're going to try to flatten this out a little bit. Let's use, let's say right here. All right, we'll hold down Control. And we're just going to go ahead and shape in a nice little platform there. We'll give ourselves a little bit of room. And we're going to go ahead and actually set this back just a little bit. Did it work? Oh, there we go. All right. Set this back just a little bit. Let's say something like that. And we're going to need 2 tables. So we'll go, oh my goodness, look how many tables we got. We got plenty of tables. We're making tables for days. Right over here. Again, I am way outpowering the stuff that I have the ability to make. This is going to be way more power than I can actually sustain right now on a consistent basis. But again, scaling up is going to help us with that in the long run. Now, I've got that going on. Now, I've got one of these chemistry labs. I need more chemistry labs, right? I need to make more of those for the various different resources. And I like to make one for each and every element that I'm going to make. So, in this case, we need to go ahead and look here. Oh, but that's our small printer. We need our medium printer. That one's already running over there, but I happen to have another one over here. We're going to need our chemistry lab. So, we need tungsten, glass, and ceramic. Now, what do we do with all of that? Well, glass, we know where that is, right there, right? So we'll grab a little bit of that. We need tungsten, which is sitting in here somewhere. There it is, right there. Got a little bit of that hanging out. We got about 6 of that. Let's grab that, run that over here. Run that out so we can just grab it out of the front here. Like so. And then we need some ceramic. We saw that we had a little bit of ceramic sitting around. This right here, ceramic and carbon looks the same in that little blue outline. So you're going to get those confused. But let's go ahead and look for our ceramic. I think it's right here. So they look very, very close. So it's hard to visually see which it is. But you can actually tell by the symbol. The one with the dots, that's the one with ceramic. So let's go ahead and run this over here. Now again, I like to just sit them by that. Like that. And of course you can automate it like we've been doing. Like we're doing right now with our plastic. But I'm just going to grab it and manually start it up and make another chemistry lab. Alright, and we'll let that run. Alrighty. And it's making tables for days. And we got another large platform. Let's get that out here. And you can kind of get the gist of what I'm up to, right? Like this. Now, good idea to lock all of this stuff. I'm notorious about forgetting to lock my things. Let's lock this one, lock that one. Now, I used to auto-lock, by the way, when you did this, so it's a little awkward to get into that habit because, you know, when you run the line, it would automatically lock it down. But now you have to manually lock every single thing. So, good to know that if you are going to keep that running. Okay, looking good, looking good. That's doing that. We're doing more tables. We're doing our research. Looks like we're getting just enough power to sustain this. Barely. Barely. So we need to upgrade our power in a big, big way. And so let's go ahead, and after this is done, we're going to go ahead and work on our Tower of Power. And we're going to try to get that unlocked. Let's see what we got in our medium level that we can use for that. We've got a large resource canister that we got a free one, by the way. That's where we're using the large resource center because we got a free one. You can notice that we haven't unlocked it yet. As well as we got this right here, which is super useful, our large storage, as well as our large silo A and our large silo B. Now, large silo B is incredibly awesome, but it uses steel. Steel uses a bunch of combination of a bunch of different resources that we have to make in the chemistry lab. And we'll get to that. But I kind of feel like, you know what, since we're starting and we're going to try to, you know, utilize the stuff as we go along, we could use the large silo A. I hate using that one because I feel like I could just make 3 steel instead of just 1 steel. But it's definitely usable. But I'm going to use this one, which only uses 3 ceramic. So let's go ahead and unlock that one. We're going to go ahead and utilize that for our power. All right, so large storage. We're going to make that in the medium printer. Wait for this to finish. There we go. We got another chemistry station over here, ready to rock. All right, chemistry ready to go. We're going to say plastic, and it needs carbon, and it needs compound. So what do we do with that compound? We got plastic there. We got all this stuff over here. Aha, here's our compound right there. Now what's going to happen, and this is the moment in which it happens, is that you now have a place for where everything goes, right? It actually goes right there. It goes along with the chemistry lab. So if you're looking for any of your compound, you know right where it's at. It's right there. If I'm looking for some resin, It's right there, along with that organic. If I need that, there it'll be, right? So now it's starting to have a finished location where it should be. So we've got that going on. And let's go ahead and grab the other thing that goes along with that, which is carbon. I know we had just a teeny bit of it right here. All right, carbon now belongs over there. So instead of just sitting around on the ground, it actually has a place. And there we go. Now, if we wanted to make more plastic, we could. We could just start this running and make an auto arm to grab it and put it in there. This probably should be a little bit more centered. There we go. And we can go ahead and do that. But for auto arms, we're going to need to make some stuff, right? We're going to need to make some graphite and aluminum. Now, if you're wondering why I got all this graphite, well, it's for that specific purpose right there. We also have a little bit of aluminum. We're definitely going to need a lot more right here that we can also run out. And tell us to make as many of those auto arms as it can until it runs out of resources, which is basically going to be like 2. Right there. Now, again, we've got a chemistry lab going. We've got our atmosphere condenser going. We got tons of stuff going at the same time, and we do not have enough power, especially at nighttime, to keep that going. So we want to go ahead and start making some power. Now, we want to make one of these large storages, so it'll help us a bit on organizing our power and getting that going. So we'll get into that here in just a moment, but first we're going to do a battle. To battle! They're crushing the retweets, are they? Oh, look at that. We're at 7 retweets. Let's go, everybody. Let's do it. Let me refresh over here just in case that you've done more than 7. We're at 7 retweets. All right, well, let's give you guys some love. I don't remember if I gave it to you earlier or not, so I'll give you another 1,000. There you go, everybody. Let's go ahead and do this battle. Again, we're going to try to keep these battles going as much as we can because we want to try to get all the way to the skin if we can today. Let's do it. That's another 100 units as well. That's another 1,000 kids cap. You guys are rolling in the caps today. If you were in a great stream to be in, this would be the one. Gonna get tons and tons of caps today for sure. Let's keep going. Oh, look at you guys going all out. Let's do it. Oh, I think we're gonna walk away with some serious loot here. Oh yeah, we got snakes coming in. I think that's snakes. Box kicker, we got the photo dude, no more bits, and EMZRT bringing in some epics and some other peeps too, which I missed. But thank you so much for using those epics. Grant some rewards. Let's see, Dragon Overlord, Snacks, ATX, Soulja, and Riverdog all getting some love. And the box kicker coming in MVP with 16 kills. Let's give you guys. Uh oh. I hear the music still going. Got a little hung up there, everybody. Got a little hung up. No worries. All right, everybody getting some love. Box kicker coming in MVP, 16 kills. Nice job. Again, let's keep these battles going. See how much loot we can get you guys. What are we feeling here? 2 skull. That's the rogue. I'm going to go ahead and call in my rogue, help you guys out. Try to get him some more scrolls, get him leveled up. All right, everybody, we're going to need some ceramic. We need 3 ceramic. Guess what? We got some right here, but guess what? So sad. We only got 1 ceramic left, but guess what? Right over here. That's right. That's right. We can do it right in here, right in the centrifuge. Make me as much as you possibly can. Go! Make me that loot. So it's off and running. Now, where's my vehicle at? Right over here. All right, let's see my vehicle there. Where'd that other canister go? I got a full canister of dirt right there, everybody. I got another one after I'm done using that one. So we can make a crazy ton of ceramic. Here's our auto arms are ready to go. We're automating our resource production over here. Looking sexy. Looking sharp. Let's go. Let's get it over here. And so we've got our rubber production going over there, and it's cranking a bunch of that out. We're going to go ahead and put our auto arm down, and we're going to turn this around, and we're going to grab a piece of plastic from over here. And we're going to use it to limit it so it doesn't grab anything but the plastic right here. There we go. Now, rubber and plastic off and running. What do we need to do next? Whatever's next in line. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go ahead and we'll come back to making that here in a second. let's go ahead and make another chemistry lab. We need a little bit more tungsten. Got some right here. There we go. Another chemistry lab. Do your thing. It's daytime, so I'm getting lots of solar power right now. It's still making them tables. It's making a ton of them. Again, that's why I love the big canister there, is it just holds a tremendous amount of resources. Now this resin right here, we're going to use this elsewhere. Let's put that right there. Let that continue to go. It's making another chemistry lab. We're making tons of this. Uh-oh, we got a problem. We got to tell it to input. There we go. Now it's going to keep going, right? Always be watching your stuff. Make sure you didn't accidentally have it set on the wrong direction. Look at this. Glass ready to go. Guess what we could be making while we're waiting? Right? Let's go ahead and tell it to make some more stuff. What else we got in here? Empty canister? No, we don't need no empty canisters on there. Let's get that out of there. You know exactly what I'm about to do. You know what I'm going to do. You know I'm going to throw that on there, and then I'm going to tell it to make it just an endless amount of these little suckers right over here. What is it? Medium fluid? No. Medium resource canister. There we go. Loop that, baby. Output until you can't output no more. Go to it. And now it's going to be making that too. Look how many things I got going. I got that going. I got the centrifuge. I got the medium printer going. I got the atmosphere condenser. We've got the small printer going. We've got another medium printer going there. We got research going over there. We got research going over there. We got stuff firing up left and right. We do not have enough power for it. That is for sure. That is for sure. Now I'm going to run this out here for just a second so I can... Oh, nope. Didn't mean to do that. No. I hate it when I misclick stuff. I do it all the time. Let's take this, put this right over here. Let's set that to input. Let's go ahead and tell this to run to here. Oh, God, look at that. No, that's not what I want to do. No, I don't want to do that. I want to run that out. Set this to input over here. There we go. So I just want to run it out just enough to get this one primed over here with the finished material, right? So you want the raw material on one side, finished material on the other. Now I'm going to stop that centrifuge for just a second while we run one of these out first. Again, keep as much stuff going as you can. There we go. Then we can run the rest of this out. That's now done. This over here. This back in there. Run that extra one out. I'm just going to grab it. There we go. And that's going to run that. Centrifuge going to run. We got another chemistry lab. All right, let's do it. Next one in line. Right over here. Turn it on. Move our large printer out of there. What's next in line? We did rubber. We did plastic. Aluminum alloy. We need copper and we need aluminum. Well, guess what? Earlier, didn't we put some copper around? I think we did. Right here. Look at that. That's not it. That's iron. This one here. That one's copper. There we go. Let's grab this, and now it has a home. It has a place to hang out and do its thing. Now, guess what? We got another auto arm here, don't we? Yes, we do. We got another auto arm that we go ahead and throw over there. Rotate it around a little bit. Unpack it. Right there. It's ready to rock. Over here, we've got our chemistry lab, right? We need some copper and aluminum. Guess what? We out of aluminum. We ain't got none. We ain't got none. We used it all. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this craziness here. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, we're going to get crazy tons of resources now. We are really scaling up. Uh-oh, problem here. Got to tell it to input. All right, that's good. This is converting. Nice. Again, how we looking? Okay, we got some ceramic now. We got some ceramic. Let's grab some of it right out of here. There we go. Then run it back in again. All right, we're going to take that ceramic. We're going to run down here. We're going to go ahead and not tell the chemistry lab this time. We're going to tell it to make us this thing right here. It's going to be super useful. And off it goes. And man, we are really scaling up. We are kicking some serious booty. Hey, Pancakes, how you doing, man? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. LA Conscious Savage, I think that is. Thank you very much for coming in. Say hello. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Olaf, good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in, hanging out. Thanks for crushing those retweets, everybody. Go out and crush them some more. We're going to give you some more Kiss Caps. Go ahead and click that second link. You're going to find it right there in the chat. Go up there, hit that like button, hit that retweet button. It does help out a lot. In fact, hit the follow button up on Twitter. It does help me a bunch. Here on the stream allows me to do more giveaways and more learn to plays and more events here on the stream. The more you guys hit that follow button, the more you hit that subscribe on YouTube as well. Let me throw that in the chat. The more it helps me do even more giveaways. I know, it's awesome, right? I feel like that's a pretty cool thing. It's one of my favorite things to do here is give you guys lots and lots of love. All right, let's do it. Oh, man, that's firing up. That's going to run for a while. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. You're like, kidding me, that's way too many canisters. Oh, no, it ain't. No, it ain't. All right, how are we looking over here? Is this thing empty yet? Holy moly. It's finally not empty. That is not empty, everybody. Let's go ahead and see if we can empty this out. I'm going to tell it to run that back in. Let's see if we can empty the rest of this out. Let's run that out. Run it into the smaller canister so we can get our big canister back over and working. So much stuff going at the same time. Isn't it awesome? Now, it's nighttime, so I have a limited power at nighttime. And eventually we'll have infinite power, by the way. You're not suffering with power the whole entire time. Later on, you'll get to the point where you have plenty of power for everything that you want to do. All right, there we go. We're going to take that out. I think that's enough tables for right now. We'll take a chill on that. Let's go ahead and take our large canister that we got from questing. We actually did not even unlock that yet. There is a quest for this. We're going to run it over here. There we go, right here. And we're going to tell it to put that resin in there. We're going to prime it for resin. There we go. Put that right in there. Grab those. And now we're ready to give this a little bit of a nudge. There we go. Keep extracting. That's one of my favorite things in the game. It's so awesome. I love the sound of it, too. See, it stopped? Lack of power, right? Lack of power is our biggest problem right now. I also noticed there's one up here on the top as well. Let's grab that one, move it over here. Now, another thing we need to do is we need to turn this so this can actually see the front of it. There we go. I can actually see the front and so that it can see up above there as well. And it will actually go and grab those. Maybe a little bit closer. There we go. So it can grab them off the top and off the side. And again, if we roll over it, we can see what its kind of target area is. And it's going to go ahead and keep extracting that. And it's literally going to try to fill that up with 400 resin. But it's not going to have enough because there's not enough for it to extract. But we'll just keep that running. Let it rock and roll. And now we can go ahead and let's go ahead and try to organize our power a little bit over here. Let's go. Let's do it. Okay, now we're going to be utilizing some of our stuff right over here. We're going to add even more room for our power and try to optimize it. Let's go. Let's put that right there. Now over here you can see I've got some of these medium containers. Great reuse of your medium containers is to throw that on there. And then look at this, everybody. Now we're being efficient with our space, right? We're putting all those there. Let's put all our batteries on the bottom here so we can see the status of our power. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. And we'll grab this one. Come here, you. Get on there. Maybe another one of these. Now, I'm not putting solar on there for a reason. Let's go. Why did I put that there? Get up here. There we go. Consolidate, consolidate, consolidate. Pull that off of there. Put this here. And another one we can put on there. Very nice. Use our batteries here. Now, we're getting to a point now where I definitely want to start consolidating the way my power works. And basically just optimize it. So that I don't have stuff everywhere, right? You definitely want to optimize how your power is. And then you can also see from far away how your batteries are looking. Right now, not looking so good. Not so good. Now over here, we actually want to start to consolidate also our batteries from over here into a single spot. So let's get over here. Let's go ahead and put our batteries on the side here. There we go. We're getting our batteries together. Look at it, still doing those. It's doing those for days. All right, that'll probably hold us over for a minute or two. All right, again, more batteries. Any more batteries over here? And again, I can make more of these batteries. Doesn't matter how many batteries I have. What matters is how much power I'm producing. Hey, quit putting that in my backpack. I saw you do that. I'm going to drop it right back over there. There you go. You manage that. But what we really need is we need more power. We need to generate more power. Now, my favorite type of power is actually not solar. It's wind power. And because wind power is really going to help us a ton, We're going to work on that next. All right, let's tell it, okay, we got enough canisters now. Let's tell it to run that back in. Now, the cool thing is, while you're doing this, and you got plenty of these now, is that you're running it back in. Now, look what happened there, right? It ran my glass back in there. I didn't want to do that. Let's run the glass in this way. And then tell it to run back in. There we go. Now it's got the plastic back in there. I literally only have 2 plastic left in there. But that's okay, because this actually has a home, doesn't it? Its home is right over here where we're making the plastic. So it has a place to end up, right? I feel like that's my favorite part of this part of the game, is that my stuff has a place to be, right? Now look at this mess here. Let's go ahead and clean up this mess a little bit. Just a little something, something right up in here. Onto this medium for a second here. There we go. And of course, we'll get much bigger ones later on. There we go. We cleaned that up a little bit. Still messy here. Still looking okay. But let's get to our thing that we need here. Over here. To try to clean up our make more power. And I'm trying to look at it in here. Is it in here? Huh. Is it in that one anymore? They change stuff around on me all the time. I thought it was in the small. Let's go look. Oh, I haven't unlocked it yet. No wonder I can't use it. All right, there we go. We're going to work on our medium wind turbines. Now, again, I haven't unlocked stuff on purpose, is so that we could play through the quests and see if there was anything in the quest that would unlock it for us. So we unlocked all the stuff through the quest, and now we're starting to unlock stuff manually so that we can use it. So aluminum and ceramic. Now, how convenient that Kismet thinks that far ahead that I'm literally making a crazy ton of ceramic over here. Let's go ahead and turn that off and tell it to run that out. It's just going to do it for me. I love the automation in this game. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. Let's go ahead and clean this out here. Put that up there. All right. Now, we are set on some ceramic, at least for a minute or two. We're good to go. Look at this empty canister right here. It's just saying, Kismet, you should be making some resources right now. Let's go ahead and enable the input. What do we got? What else do we want to put in here? We got clay. We got quartz now. We don't want to waste it on graphite, ammonium. No. We got compound. We got resin. Right? We got plenty of those 2 things. Organic. We got a bit of that. We got some clay and quartz already. Again, graphite and ammonium, not really worth it unless you're in dire need. But one of the things we actually want to make is organic again. And you're like, well, Kismet, you just made a bunch of organic. Why would you want to make more? Well, because we need to make a bunch of carbon again, right? And actually, you need to make more carbon for just about anything else in the entire thing that you're going to be making on all these chemistry stations. So carbon is going to be your #1 thing. In fact, you will see me start to make gigantic containers of carbon as well. But let's go ahead and let that run for a bit. Let's see how much we've got over here. How many we got? We got 4, just enough right here. Let's grab that. Let's grab this. We're going to get 3 of those. And then switch that the other way. There we go. And that leaves 1 in there, so it'll remember what's supposed to be in there. And let's go ahead and make another one of these. There we go. And again, we are going to go ahead now and switch this. Now that we've unlocked it, we can go ahead and try to find it. There we go. Medium wind turbine. Ceramic and aluminum. Now, aluminum is going to be the thing that we don't got right now. And we go collect some aluminum and bring it back. And I feel like that'd be a fun thing to do right now. So let's go ahead and look for any empty canisters. Oh, wait, we got 5,000 of them sitting here on the ground. Let's go ahead and just grab a new one. Out the way! Crazy Kismet driver coming through. Stand aside. All right, now we got so much stuff in the way that I got to drive the long way around. Whop, tree. Drive the long way around just to get around my base. Now, I'll fix this later, where I have pathways through my base when I move to my mega base, where my vehicles can very easily get by. But we'll just maneuver our way. Hey, where, there's a hole right here. Where's this go? Whoa! Hey-oh! Oh, God! Here we go. Going downwards. Oh, God. Kismet's all over the place. He's crabbing into the wall. He's ramming into stuff. Oh, God. Oh, God. All right. There we go. We made it. Now, down this this tether line here, we can see that I have quartz and, right over here, quartz and the other thing. Why's my light not on? Did I accidentally turn my light off? There we go. I just realized my light was off. As you can see, we've got quartz and we have aluminum just sitting right here. Why do I have it sitting there? It's telling me down this tether line is what's down there. So let's go down here. Now, we're also going to need to probably shape out some stuff as we go. But let's just run down here and see what we got. All right, there's a quartz there. Where was that thing here? We got compound. I see a bunch of that there. A little bit of quartz there. Aha, this is where we were extracting our quartz here. All right, very nice. And I can see we actually have a laterite here, which aka aluminum. Let's go ahead and prime that with that one. Let's see what we got down the road here. Oh, we got a marker here saying there's something nearby. There's some sort of resource. Aha, okay, so here we go. We've got some sulfurite and laterite here. This is what we're looking for. Sulfurite being zinc, which we'll get to eventually. Looks like we've got plenty of zinc over this way, which is something we also need. We're low on zinc, so we'll come back for that. But we're really looking for some sulfurite. I don't see any more. Again, don't forget to look up, everybody. You never know, might be up there. So we've got this tagged as our spot for that resource. But it looks like we've kind of tapped it out. Doesn't look like there's any more. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to back up right here. I'm going to go ahead and stop right there. I'm going to go ahead and look this way and say, okay, that should be just about as flat as that. Let's move this beacon back. And then we're going to go ahead. Oh, I don't have any dirt. Let's get some dirt. Now, again, look at how nice the wide mod is. See how fast it goes? So nice. I'm just going to hold down control. And I'm going to just shape all this in because it's super fun. It's super fun to do that. Look at that. Boom. Super fast. Again, I have the QRTGs. So it allows me to have basically an infinite amount of power to both shape it out and shape it in. Now, I need to watch out for the level that I'm already at down here. So I'm going to go ahead and now try to match these two levels together simply by shaping this in and walking it backwards to the level that I'm at. And just try to even it out a little bit. This reminds me very much of using Photoshop, where you're just kind of smoothing stuff out using the clone tool, which is actually $1 million tool. Did you know that? The tool that you use to take a person's head from one person and put it on somebody else, that tool costs $1 million. Back in the day, it was called a Chromacom. I've been a graphic designer for 30 years now. And I've got to see the invention of a lot of pre-press and printing, the conversion of traditional graphic design to, of course, digital design, as well as I've got to see games go over all the years as well. I don't just have, like, you know, a couple years worth of experience in graphic design. I got decades worth, as well as the same thing in gaming. I've been doing gaming since gaming began, way back in the day. I'm talking about the Magnavox Odyssey, the very first gaming console, way back in the early 70s. Yes, I'm 50 years old, and I don't care who knows it, and I like playing games, and if you don't like it, too bad! I don't answer to no one, and neither do you. You don't answer to no one. If you like playing games, if there's something you like doing, you like going out, playing some Star Wars or Star Trek, or running around LARPing, or going to the Renaissance Fair, or you like to, do embroidery, or if you like to do singing or dancing, or whatever it is you like to do, you don't answer to nobody. You like doing that thing, you go do it. Just make it something positive in the world. But, of course, they're your choices. They're all on you. Don't let nobody bring you down for doing what you love to do, right? You get out there and you do it. You get out there, you do it. And forget those people. Let it go right in here and right out there. I get it all the time. Kismet, you're old, Kismet, whatever. No, I'm high level in real life. And sometimes when people come in and they be all trolly like that, they still need to level up, right? Because they're a bunch of zeros. Bunch of level 0 human beings. That's what I'm talking about. You need to level up, treat people well, if you want them to treat you well back. All right, now I'm kind of just shaping this out, cleaning this whole area up. Now, why am I taking all this extra time? And that's so when I roll up in here, I can see there's a ton of resources right there. Now, I'm really tempted to go over there and get the zinc, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for it, so I ain't going to grab it. Oop, my beacon is underground there. There we go. Get that beacon out of there. Shape that back in. All right, nice. Now, you notice that I've got tethers, but my tethers do in there. I rarely ever use tethers. past the beginning of the game. I feel like they're kind of just a starter resource, but if you like tethers, more power to you. Go to it. But now I've got a vehicle, and that vehicle can actually drill into the wall, so I don't have to manually do all that stuff that I just did anymore. I can just go ahead and actually have this shape it out as we go look for some more resources. Let's go. Now we need to be careful that we don't end up falling down a hole. So I've got the camera angled in such a way. Wow, look at that, more zinc. How convenient. Now I typically like to go perfectly straight. Now watch what happens when I hit these baddies. There we go, wipes them out. Now I can go ahead and just grab some of this zinc if I want, but that's not what I'm looking for. So we're gonna go straight through it. So we run in what we need to. Now this is my technique, is I just keep going straight. I just keep going straight until I find what I'm looking for. Oh! And there it is. And usually you do. Usually you find it fairly easily. Just by going straight along the same path. Now this is what I'm looking for right over here. And because I have that wide mod, I'm going to make this look easy. Now I'm very purposely standing up on the top edge there so it doesn't glitch through the wall. Yes, that does happen. And yes, I could take my vehicle, or there's also an arm in the game. Really fun in multiplayer where you have one person driving and one person extracting the resources through an arm. But in my case, I'm going to go old school here since I do have the wide mod. And I do have upgraded drill bit and the boosted mod. And I do have a bunch of QRTGs on me here, which is allowing me to basically endlessly extract resources. And I got these QRTGs from the new quests line, which I absolutely love. The new quests and the new compass and all that. You know, Astroneer, they've been crushing it on this game. They've been doing a phenomenal job. They are an indie studio. They're a small studio. They don't have 250 million. They don't have 500 people working for them. But they still manage to turn out an amazing updates to the game. So I show them lots of love. All right, we're looking sharp there. Let's go ahead and back up here a little bit. Right over here. Stuck on something. So there's something invisible blocking me backing up there. Yeah, sometimes that happens. See that? How there's like an invisible something that won't let me go. Here's what you do. You make yourself some more room. You shape the area out. Like that. You just kind of manually do it. Give yourself some room here. And that usually frees your vehicle. And so I'm going to go ahead and use my trick I was showing you earlier. I'm going to go ahead and take off some of this organic, which I don't need. I've got zinc. I'm going to take that off on purpose so I don't accidentally click the wrong thing. And then I'm going to click, shift click, and there goes my laterite, right? Laterite, if you don't know what it is, we roll over it, and it says aluminum material. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put it in my backpack here, and then I'm going to shift click and transfer it right into there. Isn't that nice? That is an awesome mechanic. Let's move this just a little bit closer. Let's pop out of here. And let's go ahead and see if we can see both of them at the same time here. Just a little bit right here. You do have to wait for them it to go into the thing first. But this definitely makes this a lot more convenient. Just a little bit too far. There we go. Shift left click. Oh, that was some zinc. Now again, later on we'll automate all of this. But for right now, this is how you normally collect your resources, and it's a lot of fun. For sure, for sure. Well, hey, let's grab this little extra zinc here, because, hey, why not? And then we'll grab some zinc from over here. Grab an organic, and guess what? We'll probably just leave this one behind. Sitting right over there. Boom, let's go, baby. Now we out of here. Follow our tunnel back the way we came. Ooh, that needs a little bit of work right there, though. Hold on. Now, whenever you see like you're going to fall down a hole like that, you want to take the extra time, just smooth that out. Because you will fall down that hole. Because you're going to forget. You're going to come back here. And you're going to go right down in there. How do I know? Well, I've done it many a time. All right, let's keep going. Now, once we get back here, we can, of course, follow our tether line. Which is going to tell us which way to go. Now, one of the biggest, toughest things with your vehicle is the fact that your view is obstructed while you're driving from place to place. I feel like that's the biggest hurdle when you're extracting or when you're driving, is that you're in that third-person mode. All right, so yeah, that wasn't too bad. That was easy peasy. And now look at that. We have 24 of them that we collected just like that. Easy peasy, just by going and grabbing the resource. Okay, now we have 2 forges. One of our forges is still going over here. Almost done, though. Got our ceramic going, but we want to go ahead and take what we got here. Our laterite. Put that right up here. Let's take this off of here. Again, I like to go left to right. And then, of course, we have just a smidge of these laying around. Let's go ahead and fire one up. Oh, that's not what we wanted to do. It always prioritizes the canister over the actual furnace. So let's take this off, then run it out. Ah, there we go. That's how you get that working. And then we'll do this. And then we'll tell it to basically disable the output, which means input. And so it's going to make one, put it in there, and then we've got everything primed. And so we want to wait for that first while I catch up on some chat action. What's going on? What's up, Luda? Thanks for hanging out. Eureka! Exactly, photo dude. Yeah, we just keep cutting straight, and I'm telling you, you'll find any resource you need. By the way, you can actually loop the entire planet underground. I've done it many a time. And you'll see me make roads and walkways and all sorts of cool stuff for my character. In fact, I'm so insane that I've gone and actually collected so much dirt that I made a ring around the entire planet. That's right. I made a ring around it all the way up there where you could actually get up there. It was like a freeway. It was like a ring freeway. So you could get up there and you could actually drive all the way around the planet right back to my original base, which is very, very fun. It takes a while, though. That's a lot of dirt. But you could literally pave a road up in the air and then pave all the way around the entire planet. Really great freeway system, because then you can always see where the line is, which would always lead you back to your primary base. And that's, of course, before they had the compass. The compass now really helps you a lot. If you haven't played the game in a while, I highly suggest firing up a new playthrough, and definitely check out all the new stuff. Do all the quests. The quests are very, very fun, and they actually unlock stuff for you as you go along, so you don't have to unlock them yourself. Though you can unlock a lot of your research and stuff like I do in this particular playthrough. You see I'm at 27,000, and I've already used about 20,000 today. All right, more battles. To battle! All right, everybody, let's go ahead and boost you guys, give you guys a super fast run. By the way, my fast run runs for 14 seconds. Yeah, I got that sucker really built up, so you guys are going to run like a boss. Look at you go. Look at my rogue in there. Got that sucker. He's going for the other one. Let's go. Let's get it. Look at him go. Look at him go. Go get him, rogues. And now I'm going to take one for the team, I can tell you already. My rogue dies every time. But he served his purpose. That's the most important thing, to get rid of those canisters so these things don't open up and you're taking on a ton of hard mobs. So we try to take those canisters out as quick as possible. ATX Soldier going up there, taking that out. Hair Luna, Dax, and of course Gold Ninja. Rocking those epics. Thank you so much for bringing in your epics. Going to bring us in the win. Another 100 units on the board. There's 1,000 Kiscats. We get to 200 units. I'm going to give you 2,000 every single time. So put down as many units as you can, because you could be the person that didn't put down enough units and causes us to lose, because it's going to get tougher and tougher and tougher. So make sure to put down as many units as you can, up to 6 units every time. And you might be like Dragon Overlord up there. Look, he's rocking that #1 spot because he's got that 6 down. Same thing with River Dog. Snacks also got it down, and Reaper got 6 down. Very nice. Open the captain chest, grant some rewards. Reaper, Insane Paco Taco, Subi, and ATX Soldier all getting the extra love. And Dragon Overlord putting down those 6 units. That's how you become MVP. Get the most assists, get the most kills. Right there with 16 assists. Fantastic job. Let's get back to it. Oh, goal time. All right, now let's see how we're going to do here. Oh, man. All right, this is going to be a tough one. I'm going to bring in the tanky tank. Put him right there. This one's going to be tough, everybody. Your rogues are going to get annihilated. But what you can do is you can put your rogues way in the back and just pray that we get them all drawn away before you get through there. Now, you can also put your rogues in the front right here by me, and I'm going to boost the speed of everybody by me. You might be able to get through there. I seriously doubt it. That's a lot of units that we're going to have to take on. That's probably 100 or 200 units there that we're going to take on. So we're going to need as many peeps to put it down. Now, again, remember, this game is free, mobile and desktop. Find me or Captain Kismet. Give you access to the battle board. You can play some battles with us all day. Let's go. All right, now we're crushing. Now with my mods, to let my mods know and let you all know that we're just going to keep going until about 10 minutes till 1, so about 12:50. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a break. And then we're going to switch over to some King of Seas, a brand new game coming out today. If not already out, might have dropped already. But I did get a key to check it out. Sadly, I was not streaming yesterday, so I could have streamed it ahead of time. But they're definitely going to check it out today. It looks like an awesome game from my buddies over there at Team 17, who have absolutely been crushing it on great games. Okay, so what do we got? We got to get our laterite fired up here. Let's go ahead and get that started. Now that we've got our aluminum in there, notice our aluminum now is in there, and so it's going to just keep doing its thing. All right, aluminum now ready to rock. Now, what do we get aluminum for in the first place? Well, we got aluminum here so we could make a bunch of wind turbines. We also need a bunch of ceramic, and how convenient. We done. We done over here. All right, cool. Let's grab that out. Let that ceramic finish up. We're then going to go ahead and optimize this over here. What do we got? We got glass. Let's take that glass off for right now. We've got some ceramic. And let's take this plastic. And you know what? Let's let it do this for us automatically by simply just taking it, putting it right there. It's going to put that away for us. How nice of it. How nice of it to do some of our work. By the way, if you notice in this game that if I take this off of here and I put it on the ground, oh, I run into it. But they actually add a really great mechanic in the game. If you put it up on a table, then you go through it, which is really great because a lot of times you'll jump through the table to try to get to something else. It'll be in your way and all of that. Yeah, so we're working now on our power because we've already crushed our ability to make stuff here. So let's get over here and get this going on. Now, we've also got some items over here that we want to just go ahead and start to store. Let's grab this right over here, put this up here, and we're just going to store these little chest pieces more efficiently on there. And let's turn them that way. There we go. Now, what else can we store up here? Well, we can store some of our methane up there. Very nice. And other resources. We've got our argon here, which we're definitely going to need more on this side. We're going to need that argon for when we're making stuff over here in our chemistry stations. Let's just set that right over there. How are we doing on our hydrogen? Whoa, our hydrogen is full. Oh, all right, let's stop. Stop that production. Hydrogen full. All right, let's just take that off of there. Now, the other one we need, of course, is our nitrogen right over here. So let's go ahead and put that on loop. Let's tell that to go. But you know what we need? We need another canister, right? So our canister's full. We got 2 canisters now full of hydrogen and argon, which is actually argon's from another planet. But we need now our nitrogen filled up. So we're going to need another glass canister while we're waiting for other stuff to convert. Gas canister there is what I meant, not glass canister, but gas canister, in which I will need glass for the canister. There we go. Let's take a couple of those out. And we're going to need 2 silicon. Now, to make silicon, we're going to need one of these to do silicon. Now, we've already got the first 2 set up. So let's go ahead and just temporarily use this one. We need resin, we need quartz, and we need methane. Well, how convenient that I just happen to have some resin right there. Let's move this back over here temporarily. We're going to need some quartz over here. Now, did we actually leave some quartz, or did we convert all the quartz to glass? We converted all to glass, right? So we need more quartz. Now, you saw some quartz down there. I could go collect some quartz down there if I wanted to. But what I really want to do is I want to go ahead and take this, and I want to make some more quartz. Like that. And then, of course, we're out of dirt here, so we're going to need to go look. Okay, we got one here. Where's our vehicle at? Where did my vehicle go? Oh, we took it downstairs. There we go. So we got 2 canisters, right? Another canister in the back here, which is completely full. Oh, got to do organic. Hold on. I didn't stop it in time. That was my bad. Let's do organic one more time, and then we're going to do that other stuff. Now, while we're waiting, by the way, it's over here doing a bunch of aluminum. Go ahead and take some of this aluminum out. Crank it over here a little bit. Let's get ourselves some more power. All right, we'll come back to that in a second. We're going to need more power. The more things you unlock, the more of this you have to cycle through. All right, ceramic and aluminum. Let's run it out. Let's tell it to make as many as it possibly can. And so we're going to start using our medium power here, our medium wind power. Again, we're just unlocking the medium items. Now, there is some really big items that you can unlock over here in this medium. And then, of course, in the very large areas here, we got a solar array. We have large wind turbines and whatnot that we can do. Also, shredders and fun stuff we'll get into. But we're just working in the small and medium for now. We're not going to do any of the large stuff. We also got large solar panel, which we've actually already got. But we haven't actually physically unlocked it in there yet. And we also have our large vertical wind turbine that we could be making as well. So we could unlock those. Those are glass, ceramic, and aluminum alloy. We don't have a bunch of aluminum alloy yet, but we got a bunch of aluminum, which we can make into aluminum alloy. That's why I'm making that aluminum. Over here, same thing. Need a bunch of aluminum alloy to get that going. And what else we got down here? Recreational sphere. That's for playing soccer with your friends in-game. Get that large shredder going. We haven't unlocked yet. Let's go look down here on our low level. I say we burn up some research points now. See if there's anything else that we haven't unlocked. I think we've got most of this. Okay, we've got some mods here that we haven't unlocked. Am I going to really use these mods? Probably not. So we can go ahead and skip that. We can unlock these. Tungsten carbonide. We can use a drill level 2 instead of level 1 on our vehicles. And we don't have diamonds yet, so we're not going to do that. Fireworks. Am I going to use fireworks? Probably not. So let's not waste it on that. No camera. Holographic, no. Terrain analyzer. That's actually not bad. That's kind of fun. You can actually change the different colors of the terrain. Very fun. Probe scanner. We already made one of those. And then, of course, look at this, everybody. Look at this. A jetpack. That's right. We got some jetpack action. Let's go ahead and unlock some jetpack action right there. And you know what? Let's just unlock them both, because I definitely know I'm going to use that hydrazine one eventually. What do we got here in the small printer? Let's see if we got anything else we can unlock. We've got our power sensors, our storage sensors, our battery sensors. These are all really awesome. We'll get into that later. Button repeater. Yes. 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 Please, yes. More button repeater action. Delay repeater, count repeater. We can do all of that later. Power switches. Those are awesome. Let's go ahead and unlock those as well. We're going to unlock a bunch of this stuff. Medium solar panel. Yes, let's do it. And the one thing you're going to find out very, very quickly is that even though it seems like you have a lot of research, all of a sudden, I just went from 30,000 research down to 2,600. It does go quickly, everybody. It does go very, very quickly. But that's okay. We're unlocking some stuff that we need, right? We're unlocking the fun stuff. So let's go ahead and work on some stuff that we actually need, like this thing right here called the button repeater. The button repeater is one of my favorite automation things in the game. And I'm going to show you how to make it work, but we're going to need some more zinc. Now, we happen to know where a bunch is, right? We know where a bunch is, and we can go grab it easy mode. Let's put another canister on there. Get on our ship while all that stuff is doing its stuff over there automatically. We'll come back for that. Why? God, oh God, super steep. Now, one of the things I would do is probably take a moment here, now that I got a larger vehicle, and shape this out. Now, one of the things that's going to happen, though, if I shape out by where my tethers are, which you might have just saw it there, is the fact that it's going to cause my tethers to fall and maybe break my tether chain. Now, this makes this a lot easier. Notice it's going to start to slide, too. This makes it a lot easier, of course, when you have the wide mod. So you can really start to clear all this out. Be careful you don't undermine your base, and then your whole base fall down in here. That has happened to me before. Let's grab that tether that we just caused to fall, and let's reattach it up here on the ceiling. Zaboom. And then we'll grab this one down here. Attach that one up there, and there we go. Our tether line is back up and running. Again, I don't really need the tethers, but it is nice to have them in the beginning of the game. All right, there we go. So we need to get more zinc. Let's go. Let's go get it. Now, the nice thing about this vehicle is it is actually faster than your tractor and more stable when you're driving around, so you can just really book it. Now, we have some up ahead, but we also have a bunch out over here. Press the right button. We also have a bunch right over here, so I feel like, oh my goodness, look at this, another medium generator, which I'm never going to use, just sitting right there. Research, research. Bunch of random stuff we could come down here and scrap. Oh, look at that over there. Hold on now. Hold on now. We discovered some more resources. Now you can see I go right into shaping mode. Oh, you know what? Looks like we might have been... This is where we might have been getting our resource from, right there. And as you can see, I've shaped this out a bit. I'm going to try to fix this angle just so it angles right down over here. So we need more of that. We can come back and get it, but that's not why we're here. We're here for this other stuff. Let's just throw that out there in case one of these times I feel like getting that. We're here for this. Here for the zinc. Now, that's kind of up there a bit, right? Now, I've also got this hole in the ground, which is going to potentially go down to the next level. I'm going to go ahead and just cover that up so my resources don't fall down in there. And then I'm going to do one of my favorite things, and that's to hold down the Alt key, and up we go. Up we go. Hydrate! What a great idea, Kurgan. Now, if you have the wide mod, it makes a nice wide platform, which is awesome. Oh, wait, we're getting it blown up in here as well. I'm going to do some hydration while we thank Dislax in the chat for bringing his awesome community into mine. Thank you so much for coming in and raiding my channel. Appreciate it. Uh-oh. We need some oxygen, everybody. We need some oxygen. We better get busy. It's like, oh, Kismet, where's your oxygenator, bro? You need some oxygen. Well, hold on a second. Let's see if we can find an angle here, if it's going to let me. Make ourselves a little bit of a ramp there so we get back up here in a minute and run over here by our vehicle. Our vehicle actually acts as an oxygenator without having an oxygenator on it. So all we have to do is run back to our vehicle. It's going to fill that up, and you can see I've got a canister in the upper right-hand corner as well. It's going to fill that up as well. Give me lots of time to do my thing. Let's see, what was Dislike's playing? Oh, Subnautica Below Zero. We're going to be playing that later tonight. Man, I was having such a great time playing that last week. Oh, so fun. The whole Subnautica series is incredibly great. The first one is amazingly great, and of course, the second one even improves upon the greatness of the first one. Very rare do you have a sequel that's just as good or better than the previous one. Very, very rare. All right, so we're going to go up here, and now what I'm going to do is use some of my trickery to get all of this resources and have it automatically roll down there. You ready? We're going to do it right now. Let's do it. So depending on how steep your ramp is, it'll roll down in that direction. And so you can take some out. Now, I think we probably tapped that out pretty quickly. That's all that had in there. That wasn't that big of a node. I had a couple. All right, I had some on me and some here. Again, if you only learn one thing in my stream, watch this, everybody. We're going to prime this by putting one of these in here. And then you just shift left click. In it goes. In it goes for sure. Easy mode. Very nice. Now, who do we got? We got Mr. Dinko coming in, dropping a boom on the channel. Thanks for hanging out as well. Hey, dude, how's things going? Going great, Dislax. I hope you're having a great night. Did I do my part with a nuke? Yes, I do appreciate you nuking the stream, showing the love as well. I'm loving Subnautica. Isn't it great, Dislax? It's so incredibly good. I played it in early access, the Subnautica Below Zero, and we got to a point where they hadn't even finished the rest of the game yet. So we stopped playing it for a while, and then we, of course, came back last week. We played it 3 days straight last week. We got really far because I already know the mechanics, so it makes it easier if you already know the mechanics of the game and what to do in there. But we already have like our sea truck, and we've already got a bunch of stuff unlocked, and we got our base going and our moon pool and all sorts of stuff. And of course, we're going to play that later tonight. Again, my night streams are back, everybody. Boom! Check out this very packed schedule that I've got here. We're going to play some Astroneer. Then King of Seas. That's a sponsored event, everybody. Oh, I'm suffocating. I'm suffocating 2 steps away from my ship there. And then, of course, Subnautica Below Zero later, Satisfactory tomorrow. Elite Dangerous, checking out the new Odyssey, also a sponsored event. And then Valheim. More Sub-Zero on Thursday. And, of course, Fallout 76 on Thursday night. And Friday, of course, prepping for that 5th boss in Valheim, both on Wednesday night and Friday during the day. And then Saturday, it's time for the 5th boss. Hopefully all you guys will come and join us. We're going to need all of your help. So come in and join us. It's going to be an epic night. We can have up to 10 people. First come, first serve. You want to get that 5th boss done. Come and join us for some fun on that 5th boss. All right. We got a lot going on, as you can see. I was about to finish Subnautica Below Zero last night, and my PC decided to blue screen. Oh, no, Kurgan. Oh, no, bro. Don't tell us anything. Don't tell us anything other than bummer. Other than Bummer City. There's nothing worse than computer problems. I'm constantly solving all sorts of technical issues every day, all day. They're not even mine sometimes. Sometimes the wife and the kids come to me and, hey, this ain't working, that ain't working. And I got to fix all their technical problems, too. All right, now we got to go right through here. Now, here's a little thing, everybody. Kind of a little confusing as to which direction I need to go. Watch this little trick. What you do is you go in and you shape this up a little bit, right? And then you shape this. Try to get a good angle here. Shape this forward just a little bit. There we go. And you just try to shape this forward. Create like a little entrance, right? Now, how do I know I did this entrance and no one else did the entrance? Well, because it's this gray color. This gray color is usually only from when you actually shape. So if you see that, you know you've been around there, or someone's been around there doing their thing. Let's keep going down here. Now, here we go, everybody. Now, this is a zinc node right here. We're going to get serious now. We're going to get seriously zinced up here. Now, one of the things that does happen, and is happening right here, is where you have a mix of resources, where you have your compound and your zinc together. I'm going to go ahead and go high side first. And again, notice how I'm standing up a bit. I'm not standing where my back is facing the wall. If you do that, it can glitch through the wall. But here we go, everybody. Watch this. don't need the compound. We made tons of that earlier. But I'm trying to extract the zinc out of there. So I can use that, aka sulfur right there. I'm probably butchering the heck out of that name. And I'm going to go ahead and just shift left click until it gets up there. And I'm going to take this other stuff out of my inventory. There we go. And then we'll pick these up. Shift left click. And then up here again. I can send it all the way from my backpack. Now, if I click it too soon, as you saw there, it picks up the item. There we go. And then some more over here. Oh, there's actually even resin in it. That's a tri-mixed one. There's resin in there as well. What a mess. Now, of course, the ultimate is to have them all separate. That's the one I want. I'm making a big old mess, everybody. Big, big mess here. Look at all this random resources that I don't really need. Now, there's two ways to clean this up. You can pick it up, you can put it in some things, you can take it with you, or you can just go like this. Drop all that down in there. I know it's terrible to waste resources. And just pretend like it never existed. I just covered up. Pretend like you never saw nothing, everybody. There we go. Alright, so now we got to go find another zinc spot. So those zinc spots were pretty weak. Because they were mixed with other resources. How much are we looking over here? 15? Alright, we're trying to get to 20 plus. Let's keep going straight. Now, we already cut some area out here when we were looking for some of those other resources. Again, I like to try to go as straight as possible. Now, I'm going to hit this edge here where I was already working. Let's go ahead and keep this going. Let's get rid of these baddies. I love how those blow up. So awesome. And then back to it. Now, again, if you haven't discovered this game, it is called Astroneer, and it is phenomenal. Incredibly fantastic game. I highly suggest snatching it up. It is a 10 out of 10. I'm 1 year older today. Well, happy birthday! Hold on, where's my happy birthday thing, Ham Fan? Everybody in the chat, let's wish him some happy birthday. Man, I haven't done my happy birthday thing in a while. Let's go. Half Fan. Happy birthday, Half Fan. Thanks so much for hanging out in the stream. That goes out to you. Show him some love. Hey, man, Still Games. What's up? Thanks for hanging out. Always great to see all of you here in the chat. I was thinking of getting this. Is it fun? It is awesome hype. It is a 10 out of 10. It's an instant buy. Go support those indie devs out there. You can snatch it up on Steam or on console. Whatever you want to do, it is definitely worth it. It is super fun. You go in, you collect resources, you convert those resources. You start off with all the small stuff. Then you get into the medium stuff, and then you get into the big stuff, and then you're automating your stuff, and it's running all the resources everywhere, and you're exploring the planets, and you're powering the planets up, and you're doing all this cool stuff, and you're traveling from place to place to place, and you can even do it with your buddies. That's right, it is multiplayer as well. You could have like a mega server like me. You get it from my buddies over at Nitrado. Save yourself 10% off. You're like, Kismet, what do you get? I don't get nothing. I'm just trying to save you guys some cash. I already got a server. What do I care? So there you go. You can go ahead and get yourself a Valheim server over there, Astroneer server, Minecraft, whatever you want. They are awesome. They always got you back. That's what I love about them. Big time. They always have my back there. I'm like, hey, how do I configure this thing? Oh, you just do this, do this, do that. All right, cool. Boom, configured. Astroneer server online. In fact, I have Astroneer server number 1. Number 1, everybody. Yeah, the very first release, Astroneer server. I am styling. Now, I'm not actually playing on the server right now. I'm playing a solo game because we're trying out all the new stuff, the questing and all of that. But eventually, we will get back on the server, and the server does run 24/7. So you're welcome to come join us when we do that restart again. Now, of course, so I'm just going to go perfectly straight here, everybody. I try to go straight. But I feel like the best thing for me to do is back up first before I go straight to try to line up a little bit. So let's back up here. Turn back around. And this is just so you don't lose track of where you're going and what you're doing. And we'll go ahead and use, there we go. Turn on our drill. let's keep going, looking for some more zinc. Oh, we got a little side shade. Now look out. You got to turn your drill off if you're going down like that, or you're going to end up in the level below this. There are multiple levels of the planet, and you can actually go to the actual planet core, which is actually part of the main storyline. I'm controlling the angle at which I'm drilling here by holding down my right mouse button and trying to angle it. It does take some practice. It's going to be frustrating at first, but one of my favorite things that the drill does is it clears away any debris in my way, as well as any baddies. Oh, look at that, jackpot. I don't know what it is, but I always cut roads right through where my resources are. All right, let's backtrack. Look out for these guys. Don't shape under these when you're too close, because they explode and they will kill you. Absolutely. All right, so I see some resources over here. Let's see how much we got. We got a little, we got a lot. All right, now see that down there? That's a whole nother level. Down there. If I fall down there and I don't have... Hey, don't you even. Don't you even. Come here. No. Ah, that's my resource. It happens. That's okay. We got plenty. But I can actually, if I fall down there and I don't have the ability to get some oxygen, which is why I have my vehicle with me, I'm going to be in trouble. But that's probably good enough. Now, again, you can risk going down there and falling down the thing. I feel like it's not worth it. You're just going to get a couple more there. Hold down the shift key. Oh, back up just a little bit more. Hold down the shift key. Do yourself a solid. Cover that back up again. Let's see if we got any on the upper level here. Oh, look out for them baddies. I think that's it for up here. That noise is me using up the dirt and then filling my canister right back up again. What do we got over here? Just follow my instincts. My instincts are saying going this way. It looks like we got some more right over there. Again, always be aware of your oxygen. Oxygen is the #1 way to die in this game. And you see, I'm just... Basically, most of the time what I'm doing in this game is making roads. Now, I happen to know how long I can go, roughly, before I need to get back to my ship, like at the very last second. Get back to my rover here. Let's keep going. How much longer on this battle? 2 more minutes before we start the battle, everybody. Get your units down. Quick, quick. Get it going on. You can always type !battle in the chat, by the way, to bring up the link to join us for some Stream Raiders as well. Feed that in there. Let's see. This game is beautiful, isn't it? Yes, it is incredibly well done. It is a super fun game as well. It's like you're stealing it from them. It's so cheap, it's like you're stealing it. I feel like they're very undercharged for not only this game, but also for Valheim. And that's why I take, I don't mind companies that go in and they have like the cool cosmetic shop. I don't mind that at all. I feel like that's the right way to do it. The wrong way to do it, block my progress, make it super grindy so you can sell boosts and other stupid things like that in the game to make the game go faster. You're making an artificial grind so that you can trick people into buying your crap. No. What you want to do is you want to do it right like these guys did it. And that's right. You add some fun emotes. You add different palettes and hats. Oh, all sorts of new stuff. And masks and visors and all sorts of fun stuff like that. That's how you do it. You get a really good cosmetic team. Not just one person, by the way, all you companies out there. Get a team of people who are great at making fun stuff that people want. Do you know that I've spent 6 hours? 6 hours working on cleaning out my closet full of stuff in the game and working on the look of my character and having different outfits and different stuff. I haven't even spent 6 hours in real life going through my closet. There's no way. I can tell you I have never done that in real life, but I would definitely do that in game, and I love to support games this way. This is the right way of doing it. If you are charging and putting a grind in to block people's progress, you're doing it the wrong way. And that's what's so great about Astroneer. They do not do that. They do not have microtransactions that have to do with gameplay progress, right? And that's what I love about them, and that's why I go in and I drop a little extra love in there and I buy little outfits. You can see I've got a few of these. Let me show you one of them. I love the glitter one. Look at me all decked out in glitter. Look at me. Look at me. I'm so sparkly. I'm so sparkly, everybody. Awesome. But I usually go in and just have that off at the very beginning when I'm first playing, so you can see it at default. But I will definitely, I'll definitely come back and get that going on. Now, if you ever want to save your game, by the way, you can just go into your vehicle and it saves your game if you're having a save game problem. All right, so let's go ahead and go through here. Now, here's the thing. I don't have to do it manually. I get on my vehicle, just drill my way in there. In fact, I could drill my way up here, hit a little bit of this with my vehicle. Oh, that's a good node there. That's a good node, and it actually automatically collected. I come in here with an arm as well and do that. Let's say a little bit lower. I could just go back and forth and back and forth. I could start at the top and work my way down. I feel like in this case that'll probably take a little bit longer, but let's get it going. Oh, another battle. Now sometimes you're going to have nodes like this that just float there. Hopefully they fix those. But look at this. Oh, this is a node right here, everybody. This is a cluster of multiple nodes right next to each other. This is what you're looking for. Holy moly. Holy moly, walking away with tons of loot there. All right, let's do a battle. To battle! All right, we're going to set it off over here, everybody. We're going to zoom way in, and let's get this as optimized as possible. I'm going to try to get as many peeps as I can. I'm going to try to get these people on the front line. Make sure I'm getting all of them. All right, that's about good enough. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. This is going to be an epic one. It's 114. That's another 1,000 KissCats for you guys to 200 plus units on their side. Let's see how we do. See if any of those rogues get through. That's going to be pretty tough. Nope. Yeah, that's too many units to get through. Wait, up there at the top. We got a little sneaky who put their unit way in the back. Oh, Hair Luna making it through. Nice job, Hair Luna. All right, we're going to fight our way through here. Don't worry, everybody going to get some loot as well. But it is nice to get those extra chests. Congrats on that. Again, that's one of my tactics is put your rogue way in the back so that we roll in, we grab all the aggro on us, and your rogue can just run by and try to grab that loot. Oh, I think we got this. We're steamrolling them. Steamrolling. We just got to take these bosses out over here. Now, the chests don't do me any good, so they're more for you guys. All right, I just try to wipe people out so you guys can get in there and get that loot. There it is. Boom. Look at that. Insane Paco Taco. We got Ultra Fatty. We got Snacks. All getting some gold there and a bunch of other peeps. All right. And I always have the gold, the bonus. I always have it all on you guys, and I just leave it there. Grab some rewards. Let's see. Snacks, Reaper, and Last Splash getting some love. Fox Tegan again putting the big numbers. 27 kills and 19 assists. MVP of that round. And oh, come on. We got to go. We got to go. 2 hours and 31 minutes. That's let's see. 4 or 5 more battles we can do. Let's do it. Oh, man. There's another tough one here. Woo. All right. I'm not going to put my rogue in on this one. This one's going to need a healer for sure. Yeah, this one's going to be set off right here. And I'm going to go ahead and start right over here on the left side. We're going to try to push into here maybe, and then push up into there. Of course, yeah, good idea to put your buster up there. He's going to run up there and blow him up. I might want to put a rogue just like Tegan so you can run in there and try to take these things out. That's a pretty dense amount of mobs. That's about another 100, 200 mobs there. They're going to spawn while we're fighting it. So gather together and we'll get it going on. All right, well, we're letting that run. Let's go ahead and get some more of this zinc here that we're going to need. Oh, my gosh, we're almost out of time. Oh, this game is so fun. It's so fun. What happens when you click too fast? All right. Oh, now see how that one went up to the top there? And it just stayed up there on the top? That's telling you that it's full. But I do have some room on my backpack, so I might as well fill that up too. And that's it, everybody. We GG. We out of here. Yeah, it's really fun coming down and doing a combination of collecting where you're... what the heck is my road? All right, I'm going to have to fix that because that's awkward. Yeah, right there. Now, say I got down here and I get confused as to which direction I need to go. I'm going to show you a great little technique. You ready? You go right here, and I'm actually going to take my wide mod off. I can press the right buttons. Come on, fingers. I'm going to take my wide mod off for a second. Oh, that's not the wide mod. That's my boost mod. And I'm just going to drop it here on the ground for a second. The reason why I'm going to do that is just because it's going to shape a little bit smaller. And I'm literally going to stand right here, hold down the Alt key, and go up. And then I'm going to hold down the Control key, and I'm going to go like this. You know what it does? It makes a big old finger that's going, hey, Kismet, that's the way back to your base. Right there, right? So it's like a big pointing device that's pointing it back. I love wayfinding. Wayfinding is one of my favorites in the game, for sure. That wide mod back on there. Back into the vehicle. And so if I do come down here, I know how to get the heck out of here. Let's just full speed our way back. Whoa, catching some air there. Look out. My God. That definitely needs a little bit of fix. I don't know how well I'm fixing it, but shape that out a little bit. Oh, God. Can't wait to get my paver later. Then we can pave it and shape it out at the same time, which is great because it makes a nice flat road. This is like Road Maker 5.0, everybody. You're making a lot of roads and a lot of tunnels and a lot of that stuff. It's really, really a fun mechanic in the game. All right, like, dang, Kismet, we were underground for a while there. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff done today, man. Holy moly. We're making some serious strides. Woo! All right, back to the base. Look at this. Remember the difference? Look at the difference, right? We've really been cranking it on doing a massive upgrade. Look at this. Look at all that. We added all that today. Very nice. All right, let's go ahead and keep this going. Let's go ahead and tell this to take this back in here. Let's put this ceramic back in there. Over here, because we're going to need to tell this to get this going on. Oh, we got to take this out first. We got to run one of these here. Take that out. Put this here. Again, I like to prime it. Prime it with one first, and then you can just let it run. All right, now we just let it run and walk away and do something else. Oh, we got some extras on us, too. Okay, so that's going to run that into there. We got that done. We're making some more power. We got our power done here. Let's get our power up and running. Now we're really going to scale up, everybody. I love these medium wind generators, wind turbines. They're going to generate a lot of power for us here. and really scale us up. Now, they work at nighttime. They work underground. They work no matter where you are. There we go. That's going to scale us up a bit. That's the first thing I do, by the way, is scale up my wind turbines. So we got room, I think, for a couple more over here. And again, this was so nice about these large storages that they allow you to do this kind of stuff. We got room for 2 more. Let's see if we can make 2 more of these babies. Right over here. So wind turbines, we need a bunch of aluminum. Now, guess what's been happening while we were busy doing something else? That's right, it made us a bunch of aluminum. Let's roll it out. And now it's going to make us a bunch of those in there. Now, I'm only going to make 2 more for right now. Now, I could make a bunch. I mean, a whole bunch of them. We could be getting that wind turbine. We're using a combination of, we got 1 RTG. We're using solar power and wind power to generate what we got going on. Let's turn that loop off. Put that in our backpack. And now we got another one. All right, let's go over here. Scale it up some more. All right, now we're talking. All right. Come here, you. Got it locked. Send that out. Again, we're scaling. We scaled up our base, but we also need to scale up our power. All right, that's looking sexy. You know what else would be awesome? Let's make some more. Forget about it. Let's go. Make a bunch of them. Let's go ahead and also grab a bunch of ceramic here. We're going to need 3 of them. Right there. Very nice. And we're going to make another one of these large storages. And we're really going to scale up our wind power now. We're going to seriously scale it. Let's put this over back by my vehicle. We're going to need some of that later on. Look at all these tables. Look at all these tables sitting there. We still got a bunch of those left. We made a bunch of tables today, a bunch of power. Worked on a bunch of resources, plastic and rubber, as well as a little bit of silicone. We worked a bunch on our glass canisters and our resource soil canisters as well. Grab these off of here. Look over there. Oh, look at our wind go. Look at it go. Yeah, it's charging up all those batteries. Getting them charged up. Oh, backpack full. Okay. Let's do this. Let's get serious. Now they did add a lot of large power, which we're going to get into eventually. We're kind of at the medium level right now. About midway through the game or so. Probably a little less than midway. But we've been doing all the quests because we want to do all the quests to get that going. So now there's 4 more. It's going to add a lot more power. And then over here, you see I've made just enough to max out my power over here. Now, each of these are going to generate 5 power, which is a lot of power at this point in the game. And then, of course, it's going to feed all of that into my batteries. And those batteries are going to make it a lot easier for me to store it up. All right. And let's go back over here now. And we're going to grab some more of this. Or not. There we go. And we'll make another one. Okay, now while that's working, grab another table. Again, I'm just working on my power. We got to scale up our power if we're going to scale up our base. And then we just kind of go back and forth. Scale up the base, scale up the power. Scale up the base, scale up the power. Back and forth, back and forth. Let's do it. Boom, right here. Feed that into there. Super sweet. And how we doing over here? That's still running. Now what I want to do is go ahead and consolidate a bit of my batteries so I can see what's going on in my batteries and probably make some more medium batteries, because these medium batteries only output 5 per. Just my condenser over here uses 20. So that's basically 4 of those, right? So I need, 2 of them is going to be 10, and then 2 more would be 20. So just to run the atmosphere condenser alone, I'm going to need 4 of its own individual batteries. So what does it take to make medium batteries? Well, that's our next thing on our list. We need zinc and lithium. How convenient that we just went and collected a bunch of zinc to work with making batteries. Yes, I do think that stuff ahead, in case you're wondering. I do think that out ahead of time. All right, there we go. We got that going. Now, what do we do with all of our lithium we got sitting around? We got 5 of them. All right, that seems reasonable. Let's go ahead and run those out. Now, over here, we are running out a bunch of zinc over here. And let's go ahead and turn this around this way. There we go. This allows us to grab a few of these out of here. They'll still run in. All right. Now we go over here and we're going to say medium batteries. Go to town on it. Or not. Not grabbing it out of my backpack. 3 zinc and 1 lithium. Huh, that's weird. Alright. Found a little glitch there. Oh, did I cut the power off? Ah, I cut the power off by mistake. That was my bad. That's usually the #1 thing. If it's not working, you accidentally cut the power. There it goes. Alright, now it's working. Alright, let's grab this. Back over here. We gotta get a jetpack going on, too. That's gonna be fun. Alright, another one of those storages over there. And we'll clean this all up, by the way, and make it even more awesome when we get into the large stuff. Alright, there we go. Now, I'm just gonna tell this to loop. Like that. And we'll grab our battery here. Get that going. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our zinc out of here. And just basically do the same thing. Run that back in. Take this out. Put this here. Run that out. Run that out. And now it's just going to make as many as it possibly can. Which isn't going to be that many because we only got so much zinc. I mean, so much lithium. We have a lot of zinc now. Alright, so while that's doing its thing over there, we'll go over here and do our thing, which is put a bunch of these batteries on here so they can be charging up. Alright, so we've made a lot more power production and then a lot more power storage. That's our goal today. And we are going to be perfect on time getting this scaled up. Alright, so this part alone is going to be able to run my atmosphere condenser over there. And I think what we need is we need to get back to our glass containers, or gas container. I don't know, I always say glass. My brain just substitutes that in. Gas container, there we go. We need glass and we need silicone. Well, glass we got right there. And we need to go make some silicone over here. And guess what we're going to need? Resin and quartz and methane. Methane we got. Let's go grab some of that. Where do we put that methane? Right here. And then over here we're working on that organic, and then we were going to swap it out for quartz. Again, we go collect a ton of it down there, but we're good for now. Let's let that run. Tongues in. So yeah, we want to get on our glass canisters now. Run our zinc back in. Over here we got ceramic. And we're going to need to work on, again, our gas canister, which is going to take our quartz. Run that in. Ugh, stretch. Oh, look at you won from the super loot game. You guys are winning some loots. Getting some super loot action. We're going to take a break here in just a moment. I'm going to show you guys some AFK highlights that you can enjoy, and then we'll switch over. We're going to play some King of Seas. Brand new game that just came out today. You never know, it might be your next favorite game. In fact, this game might be your next favorite game. You might snatch up some Astroneer while you're at it, too. Let's do it. I'm just going to grab that off of there while that's running. Grab this quartz. Run it right over here and run it out. Run it out. Did I grab the wrong thing? I literally grabbed the wrong thing. I grabbed the carbon. Okay. Be like that. Be like that. All right, hold on. Got to run it back in. I accidentally switched the carbon over here with the quartz. There we go. There we go. All right, now we can do it right. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and tell it to make some silico. Now, back behind here, we have the ability for it to feed. Currently, it's holding some extra copper. But what we want to do is make a bunch of silicone, and we want to let it run. Again, we have tons and tons of these little medium storages that we made earlier. We literally made about 30 of them. I can't even remember how many we made. A lot. Do that. We're going to take the first silicone one, and we're going to put that in the auto arm here, and then we're going to tell it to grab it in the future and put it in that canister back there. I'm going to tell this to loop and to go. Resin. Oh, the resin's not running out. There we go. Resin wasn't running out. I had stopped it. Now that's going to go to town on it. Now that's going to allow us to make a bunch of gas canisters, which we're going to need a bunch of those as well. You need a lot of storage units. You need a lot of these canisters, gas canisters, soil canisters. You're going to be needing to make a bunch of those. And the more you automate those, the more you can automate the other stuff. So the more of these canisters we can get, the more resources we can get. Then the more of those resources we can combine to make the higher end resources, which allows us to make the gas canisters as well. Now I can also go over here and just say, yo, I want this to roll out because I want to take one of these with me. Or how about two of these with me? And then tell it to roll in. And then set and forget it. Let it do its thing for a while. We'll come back to it in a moment. Now, more gas canisters. Let's go. Again, we're just getting started on this base. We're going to get serious here in a bit. Now, our goal today was to massively scale up our base so that it's running a bunch of resources, and we have certainly done that and then some. Let's go ahead and tell the nitrogen to go into this gas canister. Let's prime it. Let's set it right up here. And then we're just going to let it run, and it's going to just keep filling up that canister until it can't fill up anymore. And then we'll have our hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, methane. We have all of that stuff running in the various different planets in various different places. And now we've scaled up our base. Maybe we'll sneak one more thing in here. Let's go ahead and see if we can find it right here, the large shredder. We need 2 iron and 1 tungsten carbonide. And iron is definitely what we got. We got a good amount of that hiding somewhere over here, 29 of those. But we need some tungsten carbonide. And so we'll borrow this one real quick since we're only going to make one of them. We need tungsten and carbon. Now we just happen to know that we got some carbon laying around over here. Oh, other way. There we go. We can just snag it off the top here. Carbon. tungsten. Make us some tungsten carbonide. That's empty. Both of these are empty. Tungsten carbonide. And then 2 iron. I'm just going to put it on my character. That makes it easier. There we go. And then we need to make it in the medium printer. We happen to have 2 medium printers, one over here as well. We'll make ourselves a large shredder. And then we're going to grab one of these tables and we're going to go ahead and put it back here where we're going to create a little shred area. Flatten this area out a little bit. Alright, looks good. Nice. Now we need to collect all of our junk and move it over to the other side. Oop. Knocking out my tethers. Does it even connect to anything? What are those tethers doing there? I don't think those tethers are even doing anything. Get out of there, tethers. Alright. And what else we're going to do? So we're doing that. Oh, get the junk. Get the junk. Move it over here. While we're waiting for that to be made. Go ahead and get rid of this extra thing there. Pick that up. And just leave that one at the end here. I can use it up right now. Let's use it up. Okay. And we got our tractor here. Let's move this off to the side. Look at this. Look at the day and night difference, right? We don't have a bunch of resources laying on the ground. In fact, we can start doing some real fun stuff, and that is to start to organize our resources. Right over here. And start to stack them up here. Alright, looking sharp. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh, here's our large shredder. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. Alright, this is when the game gets real fun. I won't even need to leave this planet. I can just go ahead and shred a bunch of stuff in there. Wonder if I can shred. I can actually shred my shredder. There's a small shredder there as well. I didn't know you could shred your shredder, but now we know. Now we know. See, some of the things you don't try in previous playthroughs, you know, you try in your new playthroughs. Well, let's go ahead and feed all this stuff over here, and let's see what it can shred and what it can't shred. I think we'll be ready for a break. All right, let's go. Okay, nope, didn't want to do that. There we go. All right, let's see if we can go ahead and do this in the small one. Nope, cannot do it in the small one. Can we do it in the big one? Yes, we can. So that's going to give us some scrap that we can go ahead and get going on. Now, one of the things we're also going to need to go along with this is an auto arm. I'm going to go ahead and just scalp this one over here because it's probably out here. Oh, we need to get our running over here. That filled up. Okay. What do I do with the auto arm? I dropped it. I put it somewhere. Right here. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to take this auto arm and we want it to take it and feed it into this ship. So I'm going to limit it only to that stuff. I'm going to turn this on. And whenever it has the ability to feed it, it's going to go ahead and feed it up to our little scrap ship here. Now, you can actually examine your different scrap here, as well as you can also send a bunch of stuff to your EXO request platform, which actually unlocks a bunch of cool stuff. We can do that as well, but look at it go. It's the only way it does that. If you put it on the table, it won't automatically put it up there. It only does it if you use the auto arm. Let's keep that going. Now, we got some stuff here in the backpack we can also get rid of. Maybe there in the small generator. Let's actually turn it around so we can see where the output is. Maybe some of these tethers as well. Screw you, tethers. Maybe an extra canister. Do we need a small canister anymore? Probably not. Let's grind that up. Let's grind it all up. Now our base is looking mean and clean and beautiful. I'm liking it. We're making some progress. There's some research just sitting right there. I can't resist any longer. Let's throw it over here. All right. Where's our zinc at? This one? Yep. I told you I was going to clean that all up today. Look how nice that is. Let's go ahead and feed this into here. We got some iron. That away in its appropriate spot. Look at this. Look at this beauty. All cleaned up. Let's put that in that one. What's this one here? Empty. I don't know. We'll put it in there for now. Tongues in. Run it over here with all of our other resources. Nicely stack it there. Look at this. You could drive a vehicle through here now. Look at that. Look at that. Now, of course, we'll keep upgrading and upgrading and upgrading it over time. But that's looking sharp. Look at this. We got a bit of scrap done there. That into there. How are we doing on time? We're doing good. Doing good. All right, everybody. I feel like that's pretty rock solid. Now, one of the cool things you can do about your trade platform here is you can actually send it to go get you more resources, like lithium or resonant compound. You don't want to do anything you can just do in the centrifuge. That's a waste of time, I find. You can also swap it out for ammonium, which actually the swap out here for ammonium is actually a good deal because you're using your scrap to get a bunch of ammonium back, where if you make ammonium in your centrifuge, you're getting like 1 for massive amount of soil. So ammonium actually is a good deal there. Laterite match, basically all the other things like iron and titanium and all of that stuff you can go ahead and do here. Now I'm not going to use it. I'm going to wait until I actually need it and do it then. Let's see if this one can get in here. Oh wait, that is not big enough to get that. There is actually one that can actually grind that up too. We'll get to it eventually. But for right now, look at this. Oh, man. Look, and here comes the wind. Here comes the wind. Let's see if it starts to charge back up again. Yes! We are at surplus power, everybody. Even with our air extractor running. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. All right, let's go ahead and hide in our shelter for next time. There we go. All right, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys enjoy some AFK highlights while I take a little bit of break to get up, stretch my legs and whatnot, and then we're going to switch over to some King of Seas. You definitely want to stay around for that. It's going to be awesome. Here we go, everybody. Be right back. Hey, everybody. Kismet here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right in the center of the screen. Also, check me out live on twitch.tv/Kismet. I'll see you all next time.